Oh, sorry about that, guys. Wow. Wow, man. I was sitting here just talking. It wasn't even added to wasn't even added to the stream. Man, what's up, Johnny Beam? Sorry about that, guys. I'm sitting here talking, thinking I'm in the stream. I was not. Johnny Beam's in the house. What's up? Braden is in the house. Braden says a decent match so far with Edge. All right, man. Edge got the win, guys. I was sitting there just talking. Johnny Beams, I hope you're still there, man. I want you to stay here for a little while with me at least. At least. If Braden is in the house, man, let me know what's been going on so far in this show. If there's anything significant happening at the beginning of the show, I would like to know. And at the end of the show, I will replay that. I will go back and pretty much check out what happened at the beginning of the show because I came in late, man. I was out doing some things, doing some shopping, had to drop off one of the clients that I work that I work for, had to drop them off. So I'm here a little bit late, man, and I did see some of this match. Why is Edge attacking this dude after the match? These two guys just collided, man. Looked like they both got hurt there for a while, but they was able to continue the match. The match seemed like it was pretty good, man. I have anywhere between 2.5 to 3 stars as from what I've seen. Now look like Edge, he's going out to get the chairs, man, and pretty much, oh, wow, goodness sake. He's pretty much going to chair. He's pretty much going to ram this guy with the chair, man, do what he was doing over in. Oh, goodness sake, man. He pretty much going to chair crush this guy, man, going to mash him up, just like the same thing he was doing over in WWE. I forgot what he was calling it. Wow. Yeah, he's going a little, man. Oh, wow. Man, you know House of Black. You might as well go and do it if you're going to do it. House of Black is going to come out there and get you before you do it. Okay, Swerve was attacked by Christian Cage. Okay, thanks, Braden. And them lights off. Max says, I can hear you now, Harry. Greetings, Harry, and Straight Wrestling family. Glad that you can hear me now. You're going to do it, go ahead and do it, man. What in the world's going on? What in the world? What is going on? What? Man, what? Wow. What? Oh, what in the world's going on? All right, Braden says I was at church choir practice, so I was watching with no audio, so didn't get all of it. Okay, Braden, cool, appreciate it. AJ Scales, hey, Harry. Harry Serb, what's up? Edge, Adam Copeland's match gets 3 stars. Yeah, that's what I basically have it at, man. I wasn't sure on that. I was a little, because I came in on the midst of it. Well, it was just getting started. Hey, I was making sure my son got something to eat. But from what I saw, yeah, 2.5, 3 stars. I figure around 3 stars. I missed just a little bit of it here and there. All right, AJ Scales say, hey, Harry, doing? Oh, you doing well, AJ? Man, I hope that's what you say, because AJ, you kind of like, going a little bit farther with your comments. But, man, I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. And when I started this thing off, I didn't have audio on, and I was just talking away, guys. Thought I had my audio on, but I didn't. I'll go and get my light in a little while and pretty much set it up so I can be on screen. But right now, man, I'm just going to go ahead and stay right here and talk to you guys, man, from the audio position. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, yeah, I'm just going to do that for right now. Concentrate a little bit better that way. Let's see, for right now. Wow. All right, AJ says, hey, Harry, Swerve is defending his AEW championship against Christian at the next pay-per-view. Okay. Well, you know what? Christian deserves a shot. I know he lost his title, but Christian definitely deserves a shot, man. Christian was, he was the big boy, you ask me. As far as a heel goes, he was the big boy over here in AEW, man. He was the one who was making things run there for a while. He was the one who had the voice as far as the heels, and he was the one who had a voice that made sense, that made you want to watch, if you're a wrestling fan. and you value that, if you value the talking in wrestling, he actually is the one who had it, man. He's the one who actually had it. Now you do have Don Callis again out here. He's speaking a good bit. You have Swerve, and you know what? They need to make a distinction, man, and they don't have a distinction. Excuse me, of who these guys are, if they're heels or if they're faces. So we definitely need to look. They definitely need to look into that and pretty much clarify the positions. And you know what? It's not just AEW doing that. WWE is doing that too, to a certain point. And I can say TNA is doing that too. We need to clarify that, man. We need to get back to wrestling where wrestling was about good and evil. At one point, it was about the good guy and the bad guy. That's how you wrote your stories. That's how it made sense. But now, hey, you have no clue. Just like that, just like what we just saw from Adam Cole, man. I mean, Adam Copeland. The thing with Malachi Black and Buddy Matthews, he's talking about hit me. It's like they asking him to join up with their crew. And when it boils down to it, it makes sense. I mean, when he left, he the one who pretty much started that Judgment Day thing. Why can't he be in, the House of Black? Hey, it makes sense, man, when it boils down to it. To tell you the truth. And right now, AEW, hey, they grasping for anything, man. They grasping, trying to find things that work. So I can understand that. All right, Mag says, so Braden is a choir boy, righteous. No doubt, man. No doubt, man. Braden is a good kid. And look, man, I'm glad that he's doing that. Especially, down here in the buckle of the Bible Belt, yeah, hey, not surprising. And Braden, man, he's a good young man. Seemed like his family is raising him right, and I like that. Straight up. All right, Matt says, by the way, Harry, the Young Bucks are running engineering the show tonight. Yeah, that's from what I'm understanding, Mag. Let's see how this thing rolls out. Let's see how it plays out. Let's and they supposed to be like taking over. They kind of like doing an outsiders thing, but which really they're inside, but they're trying to do an outsiders thing. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and let's see who's going to be their Hulk Hogan. Up for the past few days. So yeah, my internet just died and my laptop died. So I'm right here I'm doing this on my phone. So I get on my iPad in just a minute. So yeah, my internet is acting up. So guys, I'm gonna have to call AT&T tomorrow. This thing is getting annoying. So that's been going on for the past few days, guys. Sorry about that. Wow, it'll be coming back in just a moment. But Scott Larson, man, I'm back to my man Scott Larson, saying let's play a game. What's going to be AEW's viewership tonight, man? Yeah, I'm gonna say they're gonna start out anywhere from like 723, anywhere from 723, maybe 730 at 735,000 at the most. Scott Larson. I mean, they have come out and said that Shad Khan's going to be on the show tonight. Kenny Omega's going to be on the show. There's even been rumors out here that Vince McMahon is going to be part of this thing. I doubt that very seriously. So let's see how all this stuff plays out, man. Straight up. And I think there was a couple other names. They were saying Eric Bischoff. So look, I know Eric Bischoff's not going to be here. I know Vince McMahon is not going to be here. So we'll see how everything plays out. and we know Tony Khan was over on the NFL Network doing that thing with his neck brace, and he had a few things to say. And I've seen some podcasters out here, some that I really like, that's out here. Oh man, he did something winning. I'm talking about a guy with a huge podcast, man. I mean, he's got almost 27,000 subscribers, and he's talking about that was a winning formula for pretty much a winning formula for AEW. NFL, not NFL, but the WWE would love to have something like that to pretty much get that, to pretty much get something outside of the WWE, out here in the general public for everybody to see. And that was something really stupid right there, man. Wow. Samoa Joe out the way and oh my gosh, man. And Cassidy pretty much flipped and right on the floor. I know they got masks out there and everything. No, they don't. Don't look like they got masks out there. Just wow, man. Wow. The things that they do. Outrageous. That was outrageous. But listen, even if they come up with, even if they have, all I can really say, even if they get 720, 730,000, and I'm adding that in, I'm saying if some people from the NFL Network, some people watching the NFL draft decides to turn on AEW Dynamite, decides to turn on this TV, and if they see this stuff and this stuff is not appealing to their eye, guys, they're going to turn it off and they're going to get out here and they're going to talk bad about this product. And that's all it is to it. They're gonna trash wrestling. So it can basically backfire on AEW if people come in and it's not a good show, straight up. But do I think a lot of people that was watching the NFL draft is going to take heed to what Khan said and start watching this? No, I do not think that. Football fans, the majority of football fans, yes, you got wrestling fans that are football fans, but for the most part, man, football fans are not watching wrestling these days. Back when we was growing up, Scott, yes. Back in the day, yes. There was you was a football fan. Most likely, you probably was a wrestling fan. 60%, I say 60 to 70% of football fans back in the 70s and 80s and 90s, probably 72% of them were wrestling fans. Now, no, I wouldn't even say 25% of football fans is wrestling fans. I know 25%. They probably got 13% of football fans or wrestling fans when it boils down to it. Still watch it today, straight up. So no, I do not think he's going to get a big, huge bump. I could be wrong. I'll be shocked if I'm wrong. But I guarantee you the push that he gets, the extra people that's going to watch because of they saw him on ESPN because it was all over all over network news and everything. This guy on a neck brace and everything. Those people, if they come in and see this, and this product is not good, what they're seeing tonight, man, it's going to backfire. It's not going to look good for wrestling at all. So you know what? And they was laughing at it. They was laughing at Tony Khan. They were laughing. And I'm like, if you're going to try to sell something like that, man, don't be moving your neck around and everything. Look straight ahead and say you got a broke neck. Don't your neck is really fractured, really hurt bad from what happened on AEW TV. They pretty much tried to strangle you, pretty much. Not try to strangle you, but try to take you out of business altogether. Tony Khan can come out and say. But man, the man was looking straight ahead, man. I mean, he wasn't looking straight ahead. The man was talking. He was moving around. He was, hey, everybody can see that it was all phony baloney anyway. That's what football fans was going to say. And Pat McAfee, the Pat McAfee, his show, and everybody, all those commentators, NFL commentators was like, look at Tony Khan. Hey, he got power drive to whatever they were saying what happened to him. Yeah, they was all talking about it, but they were laughing at it. They were laughing. They're like, look, dude, if you're gonna come and play that up on national TV, man, you're gonna come and play that up. You need to sit and look straight ahead and act like you really hurt. But he wasn't doing that. So Tony Khan does not know how to play that, man. That wasn't good. All right, Armor Clark is in the house. What's up? Armor says, what's up, Harry Bernard Taylor? How you doing this evening? I'm doing pretty good, resting up, eating some dinner from McAllister's Deli. Okay, McAllister's Deli. I know about them. King Club sandwich, broccoli and cheese soup, salad, barbecue chips, sweet peach sweet tea, and Brookie brownie. Okay, B90. Okay, cool. JL, great show so far. Oh, JL, man, look, your boy is praising him like crazy. BC Amplified is praising AEW like crazy, JL. I see that. He's giving them all kind of praise. And I saw that he praised that thing what Tony Khan did. He can do that all he wants. I know BC Amplified watches the NFL. Green Bay Packers is his favorite team and everything. But he is out of his man. Look, he's out of his mind if he think that nationally everybody's going to start watching AEW Dynamite because of what Tony Khan did. That the NFL fans are interested in this storyline. This is something totally different than when the NWO did that back in the 90s. Back there when the NWO pulled that off, man, like I said, there was I say at least 60% of football fans back then was wrestling fans in America. They were. They knew who Ric Flair was. They knew who Ric Flair was. They knew who Hulk Hogan was. They knew who Sting was. They knew these guys. They knew Lex Luger. So it was a whole different ball game, man. Wrestling used to get between 18 to 25 million of people watching it on TV back then. It's totally different now. Totally different, JL. So BC can get out here and talk all crazy or whatever, but these football fans that's gonna come and see that, they're gonna be looking for the Stings. They're gonna be looking for not Sting, not Sting and Bret Hart and all those guys. Not actually looking for them because those guys are old and they understand that, but they're gonna come and look for guys that look like that. And AEW wrestlers do not look like that, brother. Straight up. All right, Richard Martinez says there's rumors that Tony Khan is signing Vince McMahon. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. But Richard Martinez, I'm glad that you came here and joined the family tonight, man. But hey, look, dude, man. I don't know. If Vince signed with him, Vince just doing this, man, to pretty much to get back at WWE, because what WWE has done is been very disrespectful toward Vince McMahon. So if he does it, if he signs with him, it's to get back at him. I mean, who knows? Vince might have a whole different, he might have he may maybe plotting up a whole scheme, man, to get back at WWE. And hey, how not to hurt them by going to the competition and eating them up, and he can eat them up alive. He can bring something over to Khan, man, that Khan wouldn't have never thought of. And Shad Khan, and I heard Shad is pretty much involved now. Shad Khan, man, Shahid Khan is involved. Yes, of course, he's gonna listen to Vince. He's a businessman. He's smart. He's not gonna play these games. And I guarantee you, Shahid Khan is looking to get some of his money back, man, straight up. AJ Scales, hey, Harry, Serena Deeb is challenging Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Championship at AEW's next pay-per-view. Man, that right there is going to be incredible. That's going to be incredible. I look forward to that. JL, man, I forgot Cody had the strap and is defending it. I'm sorry, I'm bored with Rose. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are, JL, and your man is right. Is 100% behind you. Will Ryder Sport, hi, Harry. All right, Max says, what do you think about Dutch Mantel coming in and running AEW? If he's coming in and running AEW, Mag, I will be very excited for that. But I don't know if Dutch is going to do it. And plus, Dutch is 72 years old, man. I don't know if he has the energy to do that, man. Maybe so, maybe not. All right, Will Rally Sports says, hi, chat. Did you see the new WWE news just before AEW Dynamite? If you didn't, Eric Roman has signed for WWE tonight. Good for him. Guess the part if Wide Six faction, everyone talking about with Bo Dallas. Okay, cool. Rally says, wait and see. All right, Max says tonight AEW is going up against the NBA playoffs and the NHL. Tough hill to climb. Well, you know what, Mag? And that's another thing I'm gonna say too. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not gonna be trying to be funny. That right there, that's another. That is another. I like back in the day when wrestling, it didn't matter what it went up against. Pretty much football, basketball, baseball, boxing, and I'm talking about when they was getting huge numbers. Those nobody ever used that excuse. Hey, I know they're going up against these things, but when it boils down to it, just like I asked Chris the other day, how many wrestling fans do you actually believe are watching AEW fans or watching the NBA? A percentage. It's not big, man. And if you got a great product, a great wrestling product, those wrestling fans, they are going to watch wrestling over basketball. They are, man, even if they're basketball fans. I used to do it. Even though I was a huge football fan, basketball fan. Man, WCW NWA, I mean Jim Crockett's Mid Atlantic Championship Wrestling. It was so much watch TV. It was can't miss TV that I had to watch the wrestling program, and everybody else did too. That was huge wrestling fans. You had some of them, man, who was casual wrestling fans that would turn it off. But I'm sorry, when it boils down to it, most these AEW fans, they're not basketball fans, man. They're not. I mean, if you look at a percentage of fans that probably watch basketball that are AEW fans, outside of the fans that the teams that they have in the playoffs, that's maybe in their city. You may have a few that's in a city, but the percentage of AEW fans is probably watching basketball, maybe 8%. Maybe, Mag. Maybe. So we'll see. We'll see. But they do. It does affect it a little. It does affect it a little because if it's not a good show, people be like, hey, I'm turning this off. I'm going to go watch the basketball game. Or, hey, and then you got to consider the people that's in their household. Maybe their wives or girlfriends or somebody else in that household that's watching the TVs are going to want to watch the basketball game. So I get what you're saying, Mac. That right there is another factor, too. Will Rally Sport thanks on Eric Rowan. Harry, do you like him? He's pretty good, man. Not bad. Good signing if he's signing tonight. All right, JL, 6. I don't understand how people find that interesting at all, but to each their own. I hear you, JL. And to be honest with you, JL, I'm not interested in it. Never have. I never have been that huge of a fan of that, but I understand why people are, JL. Why 6? I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. But I used to love Mike Rotundo, and I love his kid. I love his kids because of Mike. I love Mike Rotundo, one of my favorites of all time. All right, Magnum Samoa Joe match gets 1 to 1.5 stars. That's what I say, Mag. That's what I say on that. Thank you, Mag, for bringing that up. I'm trying to catch up here.
I told Tony that the only thing I want is what's best for AEW. And some people might not be able to see it right now, but that's exactly what I did. You see, the funny part to me is that Tony, you're the one who made me the scapegoat. And yeah, it hurt at the time, but I accepted it because I realized that it was a sacrifice that somebody was going to have to make. But we all have to sacrifice. And thanks to you, we are entering a new era under the elite.
Okay. All right, Alma Clark said I will be weather spotting, radar analysis. Once again, last night, Hollister, okay, I saw that to the west of there at EF5 tornado late last night, strongest rotation ever recorded on radar. Wow. In weather history, straight up, y'all. B90. Thank you, Alma Clark, for giving us that update. But yeah, I saw that you had that on last night. All right, Will Rally Sports says, question, I'm not sure what's going on with AEW Rampage. It's on straight after AEW Dynamite. Are you doing a Rampage live stream, Harry? Or no? Yes, I'm staying on, man. Hopefully, if Chris comes on, I do supposed to be picking somebody up between 10:30 and 11, and I'll just wait till they call. But yeah, I plan on staying on. Okay, Ted Irvin is in the house. Okay, New York Rangers legend. Yes, he is. All right, Real Rally Sport agreed. Tony Khan said he's not there tonight, running the show remotely, getting someone to run the show. I've gone for Omega, but could be anyone. Thoughts who it could be, Harry? Well, you know what, Rally? I do not think the Young Bucks is running this show. Could be wrong. For some reason, I'm thinking Serena Deeb has her hands in the cookie jar as far as running the show. And who else was it that was on Dynamite? I'm thinking Serena Deeb, and she had somebody else with her. I can't remember who it was. Who I'm saying. I'm thinking they were running the show. I'm thinking Serena Deeb had something to do with the writing in the show. I really do. JL, don't you find it interesting how whenever someone praises AEW, people burst their bubble and trash it? Look, man. You know what? Hey, the pendulum swings the other way, man. The pendulum always swings the other way.
2 years ago, every time somebody said something about WWE, AEW people will will pretty much trash it, man, every single time. So the pendulum swings the other way, man. It always swings the other way, JL. And when it boils down to it, if you have an outstanding show, man, if you outstanding, I mean, you just come out here doing great things and doing things what people want to see, then nobody's going to talk about your show, man. Nobody's going to trash your show. It is what it is. Hey, and it's up to AEW. We're the consumers, man. And when it boils down to it, consumers have a right to complain, JL. They really do. They really do. So if I know you're not part of the creative, and I know AEW fans out here, they're just a fan base. They're not part of the creative. They cannot go in there and tell Tony Khan, no, you do this, you do that, so people won't laugh at us or whatever. Or you're going to please everybody watching the TV set. Because, look, you got to have some WWE fans out here watching. If, you got a lot of fans out here who do crush it, who go in on AEW. But, hey, look at it like this, JL. They're definitely watching. They're definitely watching, man. Because if they wasn't watching, they wouldn't know what was going on with AEW. But most of these fans that are watching, that are WWE fans, hey, they just watching it because they love wrestling. And they want to see a good product. So, my whole thing about it is I'm not trashing it. I'm trying my best with AEW and WWE. In my opinion, wrestling, both of them need help when it boils down to it. I'm not real big into Triple H right now. Triple H, I don't like his booking. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a fan of what's going on in AEW right now. I'm a fan of wrestling. I want wrestling to be its best, whether it be AEW, WWE, TNA, on the indie scene. I'm just a wrestling fan, man. And I want to see great wrestling. Back in the day, man, I love back in the day when I didn't have nothing to complain about. It didn't matter if I was watching Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, Georgia Championship Wrestling, Florida Championship Wrestling, World Class Championship Wrestling, Global Championship Wrestling, World Wrestling Entertainment, it was the WWF at that time, AWA Wrestling. I didn't have nothing to complain about. Everybody was putting on a good product. Now, it was some that I thought was better than the others. I thought Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling had the best product. I thought Georgia Championship Wrestling was number 2, and I thought World Wrestling Federation was number 3. And then World Class came after that. And then you had the AWA come after that, and then you had Southwest Championship Wrestling. You had, I did have my favorites back then. But I didn't complain about nobody having a bad product. I just didn't. Everything was good, JL. But now you have 2 in the spotlight, and then you have TNA still, they on TV too, and I know NWA, they're streaming NWA Power. But man, when I see the big two, and they both out here putting on a bad product, hey, people gonna talk, man. People gonna have something to say. If there's shoddy football games in NFL, people talk about that too. That's just how it is, JL. If it's trash on TV, man, if it's trash product, people are gonna trash it. Nobody gets a free ride out here, man. Straight up. I don't care if Tony Khan get out here and they got something new or whatever, and then you have your favorite podcaster out here who out here, man, they're doing something great here because he's pissed off about what Triple H is doing. He's gonna go back to AEW. I've seen him flip flop time and time again, and I'm not just picking on BC Amplified because I've seen other podcasters do it too. They flip flop back and forth, and to be straight up, and I'm telling you like this, JL, I like your boy. I like BC Amplified. I'm a fan of him too. But, man, I've seen him flip-flop back and forth. Man, I mean, come on now. Tony Khan got the greatest thing going on, man. It's a winner. It's a winner. Man, thanks for that coffee, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Straight up. Goodness sake. But, I mean, for the most part, man, me and him, we agree on so many different things. So many different things. Goodness sake, man, what is this? A chop fest, man? Come on, guys. And then what they look like? What is these wheels or whatever the stuff that they got in the ring that they pulled out of that sack? All right, Will Rally Sport. I don't watch BC Amplify. He's also wrong. Praising AEW, the storylines in WWE are 1,000 times better than AEW at the moment. Yeah, man. Look, I say WWE has the better product. And you know what? BC Amplified, he was all with WWE a couple months ago. He done flipped. He flipped again, man. He does that. I love all wrestling, just speaking facts. Yeah, that's true, Will Rally Sport. That's me, man. I just want a good product. And that's what most people want. That's what most people want. And wow, man, somebody just come out here and flip-flop like that, it just gets on my nerve, man. It just, I'm like, wow, dude. All right, JLBC just praised AEW for something, and people are getting pissy about it. This is the same thing WWE fans claim AEW fans do. Hypocrite. Yeah, he look, JL. Yeah, he praising him, man. But you know what? The negativity that came with some certain things that happened, BC Amplified, he's usually all on, he's all on things with ratings and stuff like that. I didn't see anything. I didn't see him go up there and talk about the bad rating that AEW got last week. That's 683,000. BC is usually all on ratings. And he didn't go in on AEW on that. Why didn't he, JL? That was hypocritical of him, man. That's what pissed me off. That pissed me off. And then he's gonna go in there and talk. He's gonna go in there and give Tony Khan all kind of props because he did that thing on the NFL Network, man. He did that on ESPN. I'm like, it did not look good. It didn't look good at all. It was a bad look. People out here, NFL people, are laughing at him, and the fans do not care about what was going on. Why is this guy trying to play kayfabe when most people out here know that wrestling, it's scripted? I mean, you still can do that. But look cool about it, man. Have somebody else. Oh gosh, man, I'm not gonna say it was Tony Khan, but Tony Khan should have just went in there and he shouldn't even never said anything. Just sit there, just be still. It act like his neck hurt, and that would have bode well for him if he would have done that, and they would have been talking about him, and came in and just spoke and just say, hey, this happened on wrestling. This happened on AEW Dynamite, the other night, and right now I'm just here to support my dad and support the Jaguars, support our team. That's what he should have did. But no, he decided to call WWE Harvey Weinstein. Why call WWE, the whole company, Harvey Weinstein, when he could have just said that about Vince McMahon? Just crazy, man. Will Riley Sport, I don't watch BC Amplified. He's also wrong. Got that. All right. Will Riley Sport, NXT was great last night. Did you watch it, Harry? A live stream? Sorry, I missed it if you did. Yeah, we live streamed at Will Riley Sport. It was really good. And actually, Raw was good this week, too. Raw was good, and we had NXT good. And JL, I know you was on our Raw stream the whole night, man. You was negative the whole night. Nothing was good to you. Nothing. All right, Mag says Vince has the ultimate ace in the hole, and that's Brock Lesnar. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mag. Exactly, Braden. Bro, what in the world? Cody hasn't even had the belt long, bro. We can't judge his reign yet. No, we can't. It's sad, man. But Braden straight up, not Braden, but JL, man, he's pretty much going with BC's narrative, man. BC's talk. And hey, it's no problem being a fan of him, man. I understand that. But I mean, to pretty much try to tear Cody down, and Cody haven't even really, he hasn't really had a chance to really pretty much solidify himself. He really hasn't had a chance to pretty much get acclimated as champion. And you want to tear him down, JL, and BC and whoever else want to tear him down. It's ridiculous, man. All right, JL, I just find Cody boring, not a fan, my opinion. We aren't the hive mind. What? Yeah, I'm with you on that, Braden. Be patient with him. All right, Riley says, are you talking about me, JL? I love AEW, WWE, TNA. I'm not bashing AEW. I love it. Massive Sorrell, Kenny Omega fan. It's great, but WWE a lot better at the moment. And no offense to AEW, but tonight. Yeah, right now, man, you got to give it to WWE. WWE has the better product, straight up. I mean, hey, I give AEW all the credit in the world, man. They're trying. But a lot of the stuff they're doing, even what they're doing right now, is unnecessary. Just have matches, man. And think, if the NFL fans watch this, they are gonna say, "What is this? What is this garbage that's going on?" Man, come on now. Now, us wrestling fans, we understand this. We understand what's going on. But you think NFL fans gonna sit here and watch this and say, "Hey, man, this is the greatest thing in the world, man"? Hey, we've been missing. Look what we've been missing, guys. Look what we've been missing. This is crazy. But as a wrestling fan, I understand what they're trying to do. I understand it 100%. But man, let your talent speak for itself. If you're going to try to pull in new fans, let talent speak for itself. Go in there and put on great matches and build storylines from those matches. You can build storylines from matches. You don't have to. You do not have to go in there, have a storyline. Go in there, have a great match, and say, "Hey, man, this right here, we can build a storyline around this." Straight up. I wouldn't be surprised, man, if it's the Young Bucks putting this together. It's definitely not Serena Deeb. I'm sorry I said that, guys. All right, AJ Skills. Hey, Harry. Serena Deeb is in one-on-one action later on tonight on AEW Dynamite. Thanks, AJ. JL, I'm talking in general, Rally. Rally Sports says AEW Dynamite set up for 4,550, haven't sold. There's 4,336 wrestle ticks. Wow. Oh. I'm about to get something to drink in a little bit, guys. I'm getting hot. WWE and UFC for events this weekend are horrible. Rough weekend for entertainment. What are you talking about, JL? So you saying Backlash is just horrible this weekend? Man, what? Look at what we're watching, JL. God, goodness, man. All I gotta say is, wow, guys, wow. What we're watching right now, wow. All right, AJ Scales. Hey, Harry. Serena Deeb is in one-on-one action later on tonight on Dynamite. I'm talking to General Rally, JL says. All right, JL, sorry, Rally. I already got that. JL, WWE and UFC events, I already got that, JL. Rally says, that's cool, JL. Thought you were taking shots at me. Sorry, all good. My man, Johnny Bean says, I get what Harry's saying. I love all promotions. We talk about WWE flaws, but nobody see nothing in AEW that can change that. What's wrong with nowadays? Exactly. Alma Clark, I give that match 3 stars. Braden says, I'm with you, Harry. I just want wrestling to be good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Braden. Adam, the lead exorcist at Angel, what's up? Adam says, yo, what's up, Adam? Braden says, in my opinion, no one really cares about Tony Khan's ESPN thing. It's not something that will help AEW at all. No, sir. No, sir. And like I said, if any fans, NFL fans, are intrigued, if they get a few, and they may get a few, and when I'm talking about a few, that could be anywhere from 17 to 30,000 fans that might be interested to go over here and take a peek. Maybe 20, 30,000. I'm going to be straight up. May go over here and take a peek, and I'm sure they will. And if they see this and they say it's trash, all it's going to do is hurt AEW, man. It's going to hurt wrestling overall. They're going to be like, man, you need to see what, I used to be a casual fan. I used to love wrestling. But I went and seen what was going on. And then they see this, they're going to be like, man, what in the world's going on here? Braden says, well, BC is wrong if that's what he said about Cody. I don't watch him, but seems like he's very impulsive. Man, I mean, I don't sleep a lot. I don't. And, I'm pretty wired, guys. I talk real fast. I'm pretty loud. I run over my words, too, because, hey, I speak, I speak sometimes. Don't have pauses in between my speech and everything. I think because I became a rapper, I started talking like that. Because I go back to things that I used to do, speeches at school and all that. I speak a lot different. I used to speak, a lot slower. And me and a friend of mine, man, we started rapping and everything. I said, man, now I speak a lot faster and everything. I don't pause and everything. I try to, now I'm getting back to where I'm trying to control the way I talk. I try to slow down a little bit instead of talking so fast. And my friend is from up north, and he speaks really fast. He speaks really fast. And he came down, he started living in the South. He started speaking slower. But man, BC Amplified, he's from New York. He's wired all the time, and he's on coffee. He sleeps like 4 hours a day. Like he said, he sleeps 4 hours a day. He's drinking a lot of coffee. He's very wired, man. He's just he's really good, though. I will say that he's really good, but he's all over the place, man. And if WWE is not doing what BC Amplified want him to, if they're not doing what BC Amplified, if what he thinks is pretty much, they're not doing what he wants them to do, if they're not satisfying him at the moment, he's flipping over to see what Tony Khan is doing. And when Tony Khan is putting up trash or whatever, he's back over and praising WWE. But that's how he works, man. Straight up. David Allen, what's up? Harry Feel Hot. Harry Feel Hot. This match, for example. Exactly. For example, yes. What's up, David Allen? Glad that you are rocking with his family tonight, my man. But I'm glad everybody in here. Braden in here. Adam in here. Armor Clark. Johnny Beams. My man, Magnum. J.L. AJ Scales. Glad that all you guys came in. And, even though I came in late, you guys are in here rocking with the Straight Up Wrestling Show, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. My man, Richard Martinez. Scott Larson. Jericho match gets 2 stars, maybe 2.5 stars. I'm going to roll with that 2 stars, Mag. I'm going to roll with that 2 stars, but I can, maybe 2.5 stars, but I'm going to roll 2 stars with that. All right, David Allen says, Harry, that turn on your bro to join other side, not me. I never change. I hear you, David Allen. Straight up. David Allen says 2 stars. These jokers are tripping. All right, man. I give this little interaction. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I go ahead and get a thumbs up. I like Willow Nightingale. I like Statlander too. I like Chris Statlander. I do like Carmichael, man. I like Stokely Carmichael, Stokely Hathaway, whatever they calling him this week. I do like him. But hey, we'll see where everything goes with that. I'll give it a thumbs up, man. It was just a little. It wasn't great, but it was okay. All right, but so far, man, this show's been okay tonight. Haven't been horrible. It's been okay. All right, Matt says 2 stars sounds good. I gave it 0.5 star because of the walking trash can. Laugh out loud. I hear you, Mag. We'll roll with that, man. We definitely will. We'll go ahead and give a thumbs up on the. Let's go ahead and give a thumbs up on the walking trash can. Man, but I'm telling you, I'm just being straight up. I'm telling each and every one of you guys, the family, man. Look, these football fans, man. Man, they from every walk of life. And when it boils down to it, wrestling fans, as much as I hate to say it, most of us wrestling fans, man, we are, we're a different breed, man. Most wrestling fans today are a different breed. They just are. Wrestling fans today, back when I was growing up, man, wrestling fans, they came from all walks of life, man. They enjoyed several different things. Most wrestling fans today, the majority of wrestling fans, they're anime fans. They like comic books. They Trekkies. They Star Trek. They into wrestling. They huge into wrestling. Most of the most of the things that they like, it surrounds wrestling. They will do anything for wrestling, man. They buy a lot of wrestling merchandise. They are wrestling fans. This is the wrestling fan that was caught up in the whole group of wrestling fans. Like back in the day, I was a wrestling fan. I was one of those wrestling fans that wrestling was over everything. It was over everything. I put it over everything. Even though I was a huge football fan, I was a huge basketball fan, baseball fan. I was a fan of all sports. But I was not one of the wrestling fans that like comic books. A lot of my friends, they love comic books. If they was wrestling fans, they love Star Wars. They love Star Trek. I wasn't into science fiction. I wasn't into that. But wrestling was over everything. But I was a wrestling fan who could get into all kind of things. It's just like a NASCAR fan. A NASCAR fan is a NASCAR fan. That's what they like. And NASCAR is over everything. Every single thing. What's up, Glenn White? Glenn White is in the house. But the wrestling fans that love boxing, that love football. I mean, that was huge football fans, huge boxing fans, was huge into everything, but they love wrestling. But when wrestling got all silly, goofy, got all crazy. And a lot of those fans decided, hey, I'm going to walk away from this because it's gotten crazy. Okay, you got women getting your NWO taking over the whole thing. They beating up everybody in WCW. And a lot of fans was huge fans of Ric Flair. They was huge fans of Sting. They was huge fans of Lex Luger. That was a legacy that a lot of fans in half of the country used to watch week in and week out. And they saw that. And they saw it. Eric Bischoff, he decided to have the NWO just take that whole thing over. So a lot of those fans walked away from that and said, okay, I can do something else. I'm going to watch my favorite football team. I'm going to start watching more boxing. MMA came up around that time. I'm going to get into something else. They left it. But you had that wrestling fan. Like I said, you had that certain wrestling fan. Like I said, I had a lot of friends who was wrestling fans that was into comic books. They was into Star Trek. They was into Star Wars. Anything science fiction. They was into things like that, anime, which was just, cartoonish type things. They was into that type stuff. Wrestling was over everything. That wrestling fan, all those fans stayed with wrestling. I hate to say it, guys, but they did. And you had a certain segment, that's what I'm saying, certain segment of wrestling fans that stuck around. And that's the majority of wrestling fans that you have now are that hardcore wrestling fan. Same thing with NASCAR. Same thing with golf. Golf ended up getting golf ended up getting a fan that was from every segment of life with Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods brought in fans from every segment of life. Different people decided to watch golf. But when he went down and stopped winning championships, his back and everything, his body failed him, fans walked away, man. They're not interested in it. I mean, of course, we always had great golfers. Jack Nicholson. Goodness, there's plenty more I can name right now. But you guys know what I'm saying. NASCAR fans, it's a certain segment of fans. And wrestling right now got a certain segment of fans. It just is what it is. All right, Max says 2 stars sounds. I gave it a half a star. Gotcha. My man Glenn White is in the house. All right. Suplex. My man up. Claudio Castagnoli, and I'm going to say it again. Claudio Castagnoli is the guy who should be vying for that world championship. He should be the number 1 contender in my book. And yes, he did. Him and who did he hook up with? Him and Swerve Strickland did hook up Saturday night. That was a very good match, guys. Great match. But Claudio Castagnoli, in my opinion, is the man who should carry the torch for AEW. Now, should he carry the torch without a manager? No. Claudio Castagnoli need a good, I would rather see him with a valet, a smart female valet to pretty much manage his career. I think will be great, but I definitely could see somebody like Tully Blanchard pretty much leading his career. I would say Stokely, but I'm not gonna go with Stokely. Who was the guy who pretty much pretty much led Jade out there. I forgot his name. That guy right there will be a great manager for Claudio Castagnoli. And I'm talking about just Claudio. Basically, Claudio is his main pretty much main guy, his main client. Yeah, Mark Sterling. Thank you, Braden. Smart Mark Sterling will be a great manager for him. All right, Mag says, greetings, Glenn. All right, Glenn says, Jericho needs to retire for real, for real. Look, Glenn, I can understand that too. You know, I mean, I thought he was. I thought he maybe had a few more years. And this was back in 2022. I said he's got a few more years in wrestling. But AEW, they cannot manage it. They do not know how to make him, make him pretty much elder statesman and make him look great at being an elder statesman. And I'm talking about back in the day, man, they had a certain way to make an elder statesman look tough, rough, rugged. Nobody, it was hard to beat those guys, even though they've been in the business a long time. At AEW, man, they have a Chief Wahoo McDaniel on their hand if they knew how to do it, Glenn. But that's the whole thing about it. They do not know how to do it. Back in the day when the old Indian got old, the old Indian still was whooping butt, man. When Baron Von Raschke got old, he still was whooping tail, man. You got to know how to do that. When Chief Jay Strongbow got old over in the WWF, he was still kicking tail. Chief Peter Maivia, Bruno Sammartino, they still was whooping tail. They still was top-notch guys, and they looked good doing it. But you know what, man? They have no clue how to do it. And it's not up to Jericho, even though Jericho is supposed to be part of booking now and all that. But when it boils down to it, man, in my opinion, it's always up to the promoter. It's always up to the promoter to make these guys look good. That's one thing about Jim Crockett, man. Jim Crockett Jr., Jim Crockett Sr. before him, Vince Sr. before him, man, they always put it in their hands. If it wasn't for them and a lot of these guys, man, Bill Watts and everything, it was all on them. It wasn't just on their bookers. They knew that it was up to them. They had to make the wrestler look good. But now what we have now is the wrestlers trying to make the promotion look good. They doing everything they can. Yeah, the thing is this: you ask them to go out there and give it 100% and wrestle like they know what they're doing, and give 100% and put on the show for the fans. But you supposed to be the one who's supposed to put them in great storylines and put them in a position to succeed. That's left on the promoter. And that's one thing we're not getting. These promoters are not giving these wrestlers that. So a lot of these wrestlers, man, they had the whim of these promoters, man, and these bookers. I feel sorry for them. Straight up. I feel sorry for so many of them. This right here is a pretty decent match right now. Two powerful wrestlers. And I don't know if Brian Cage, he got bigger muscles, but I don't know if he's stronger than Claudio, pound for pound, straight up. Braden, he's on the Major Wrestling Figure podcast with Brian Myers and Matt Cardona. Okay, cool. Armor Clark, I'm back. I may have to jump off to radar analysis for our area rough weather to the west of us in West Texas. All right, thank you, Armor. Armor says, besides all that, I got to pick up everything. They're moving me to another unit. Oh, yeah, you saying that. Due to renovations to the apartments by the main office, headache big time. Straight up, y'all. B90. I'm glad they moving you, though, Armor. Woo! Guys, I still haven't got that drink yet. I definitely need to do that in just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, guys, give me just a moment. I'll be right back. All right, man. I am back, everybody. All right, Glenn, my man Glenn White says, Mag Magnum, what's up? Right here, this match right here, it's okay. It's decent. But when it boils down to it, it can even be better than what we're seeing right now. But I do like the matchup. Hopefully Claudio comes out the winner in this match, man. And you know, Claudio do not need to be rolling around. He does not need to be running around with, with goodness sake, man. I'm about to call him by his other name. Running around with Bryan Danielson and goodness sake, what is his name? Dean Ambrose, man. Goodness, I can't even think of his name now. His AEW name. Alma Clark says, oh, wow, look at his chest. Wow, B90, no doubt. Riley says, where's Kenny Omega? And he's not been on yet, has he? I guess he's going to come on late, Riley, and that's a good thing because you get to hold your fans that way. All right, Claudio looked like he was trying to go for a clothesline. All right, nice forearm uppercut. He had to set that up, guys. I hear you, Will Rally Sport. You're exactly right. You're a trip, Braden. Boy, he got Brian Cage flying around now. All right. Riley says, as Biggie once said, too meaty man slapping meat. Look at the size of Brian Cage. Geez, probably most jack muscle guy in all wrestling. Probably so. I can't think of nobody else as muscular as him. All right, man. Claudio got the win, guys. Brady says Harry's favorite wrestler, Brian Cage. No. Riley, oh yeah, I forgot Harry, a Brian Cage hater. Will Riley Sports says, only joking with you, Harry. It's all good. Yeah, but he don't need to be rolling around with Jon Moxley, man. He don't need to be rolling around with Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson. He needs to be on his own. Like I said, vying for championships. Man, that guy right there is the best, in my opinion. He's the best in AEW. He is the best. I don't know about all that, Braden. Braden says, man, Harry will take Brian Cage over Bobby Lashley. No flipping way, man. No flipping way. Yeah, 2.5 stars, man. I can roll with 2.5 easy. Man, great display of power from Claudio, 2.5 stars. Yes, sir. Guys, I'm munching on some doggone cookies here, man. Some sugar-free Murray's chocolate chip cookies. But I definitely appreciate everybody coming in, man. Rocking with Straight Up Wrestling Show tonight. Marshall Vandal in the house. What's up, Marshall? All right, my man Marshall says, Harry, Vince went to AEW. We don't see this. What happened tonight on Dynamite? Exactly. I mean, that has pretty much evidence that he's not over there, in my opinion. No way. Alma Clark said, I am behind internet here, acting up bad on my phone, B90. Okay, Alma, sorry about that. Hopefully everything straightens out. Johnny Beans, that's wrong. Harry, why are you eating cookies, Harry, when you could have bought a pie? Oh, just give me one tomorrow, man. Johnny Beans cracking up. I definitely got to get one tomorrow, man. Man, that is hilarious. No, Johnny Beans, well, they got, of course they do it. I think they use Splenda or some kind of, sugar substitute. But no, not regular sugar. Man, they're really good too. Love them. But you do got to get a Murray. They're called Murray. Murray. Boogie Brownie's so good. I've seen that. I had no clue. I'm gonna check it out. I'll check it out though. Johnny Bean says, I know, laugh out loud. I like what was the other ones I used to get? There's another one that I used to get a good bit. I stopped getting them. They're bigger cookies, but they sugar-free too. They're really good. I used to get them all the time. All right, Glenn White says, what kind of cookies? I'm eating the Murray's right now. Murray, Murray, Murray. I'm eating a chocolate chip. No, I think it's the chocolate chip and pecan is what I'm eating right now. Yeah, sugar-free Murray's. Murray. Pretty good cookie, so I'm going to stop eating right now. Johnny Bean says, chips got salt in them. Laugh out loud. All right. So, who got coming out? All right, Mariah May. Johnny Beans. Oh, yeah, I heard of those. Yeah, they're pretty good, man. You ever try Oreo cookies, Harry, as a kid? Of course. I couldn't stand them as a kid, man. I like them now. I mean, I love them now as I got older, But yeah, I like them now. I'm trying to find some sugar-free Oreos, guys. I think they had them for just a little while. They got the gluten-free, but I want sugar-free. I want to try these sugar-free. I still eat their regular sometimes. Johnny Beans or Chips Ahoy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I didn't like Chips Ahoy that much either. Who was it? I think I like the competitor a little bit better. But the Chips Ahoy now, I like Chips Ahoy now a lot better than I did as a kid. But yeah, Nabisco makes Oreo. Nabisco is my favorite cookie company. Let's see. Yeah, Glenn White. I like them butter cookies and whirlwind cookies. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The butter cookies are my favorite. Now, I don't know if you drink eggnog or not, Glenn White, but eggnog with their butter cookies is outstanding. Johnny Bean says, yeah. All right, Braden says, with the whole Deebs dojo, I wonder if she would start a ladies faction. That would be great, Braden. Yeah, Keebler, yes. Johnny Beans, Keebler, yes. I love Keebler's cookies. I think they fudge stripe is probably my favorite. I ate many of those over the years. Johnny Bean says, Braden, what cookie you eat? What cookies you like? Braden says, man, I go for Oreos. Yeah, Oreos, man. I love Oreos, but like I say, hey, I don't eat as many of them when I do get them. I try not to eat as many, but it's hard to stop. It's hard not to eat them, especially if you sit down and get milk with them. Johnny Beam says Deanna as the first dojo member. All right, Brayton says Keebler with the chocolate brulee on top. Ooh, wow. Oh, wow. Man, I might have to. All right, Glenn White said he's not an eggnog fan. Glenn, I didn't start getting into that I think until I was in my 30s, mid 30s or whatever. Then I started drinking it. And my youngest daughter, man, that was our thing. That was our thing. And then my oldest daughter started getting into it with us. And then my son started liking it too. So at first it was just me and my daughter, because my wife she's not into that to the eggnog thing. But I wouldn't drink it when I was a kid because of the way it sounded. I wouldn't drink it at all. But then for some reason, because I was a dairy manager, I decided to, and we was pretty much I was a dairy manager, and we was promoting it, and I was giving it out, telling people to try it and everything. We was going out in the city, letting people try eggnog and everything. And I decided to try it. I could not, self-consciously, pretty much being a eggnog, being a merchandiser or seller of that brand, of eggnog. We had eggnog ice cream. Pet. I used to work for Pet dairy company, and I was one of the buyers and the sellers. So I had to go out and merchandise that stuff, man. And we was out there. We had the ice cream truck, and we go out and we pretty much was in the city and having people come by, and I'm pretty much telling people, hey, try this product. And I'm telling people it's good and everything. And my conscience started getting to me. I'm like, how in the world am I here telling people this is a good product? I haven't even tried it myself. And the milk too. So I decided to try it. I'm like, man, this ice cream is pretty good. Let me try eggnog, regular eggnog, and tried it and decided, hey, I said, man, this is pretty good. So I decided to, after that, I started drinking it a good bit. I was like, man, this is some good stuff. And the ice cream was really good. So that's how I got into eggnog, Glenn. All right, my man Braden says, did you see my comment about Serena Deeb? I think I did, Braden. About she starting a faction or something like that? I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, with the whole Deeb's dojo, I wonder if she would start a ladies faction. I think that's the one you're talking about, Braden. All right, Johnny Bean says, Harry, you don't drink eggnog, it's fine. But man, those are good during during December. Yes, I drank it, Johnny Beans. I love it, man. I like it. Really good. Braden says, eggnog, no. And another thing too, man, I thought you had to have rum or whatever in it, alcohol in it. And when I was little, of course, I didn't want no eggnog if they were gonna put rum in it or whatever. And I know all the parties and stuff like that, my mom and all them used to have rum and stuff like that in it. So yeah, of course I wasn't gonna drink it back then. All right, Johnny Beams, no, Harry, Deanna joined with Serena Deeb as the first member of Deeb's dojo. Okay, Johnny Beams, thanks, man, Johnny Beams. All right, Braden says, yeah, who do you think would join Serena Deeb's dojo? Okay, that's what we got. And yeah, Johnny Beams says that Deanna already joined. Wow, man. Look, I think it'd be cool if she could pull it in. Man, who is that? Oh my gosh, I can't even think of a name. I can't even think of the Asian female, man, that she had that feud with. Can't even think of a name right now. But yeah, if she could pull off getting her in there, I can't even think of a name. I'm sure it'll come to me in just a little bit. Not Rio. All right, David Allen. I was about to say Rio. All right, no, Harry. He making a suggestion. Okay. All right, Braden says Rio. Okay, no, definitely not Rio. David Allen, Johnny saying he will like to see Deanna join. Okay, Deanna join. Okay, thanks, David. Appreciate that, man. That's what Straight Up Wrestling Family is for. Hey, giving me that correction, man, because hey, I wouldn't have got it. I appreciate it. Hikaru Shida, yes. If she could pull that off, man, her and Hikaru Shida will be a great tag team. Can you, man? Look, Serena Deeb is outstanding by herself, man, but her and Hikaru Shida will be the best tag team in women's wrestling outside of, and probably better, outside of pretty much Jade and Bianca. But as far as talent go, I would give it to Sheed, and I would give it to Deeb and Sheeta. But as far as power, overall power, and a great tag team, man, Jade and Bianca has a chance to be a great, outstanding tag team. Put them with a manager. Take Paul Ellering from that APO team or whatever they are, AOP team. Take Paul Ellering out of that. Take him out of that faction and put him with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, man. And they could be the female Road Warriors. No ends, ands, and buts about it. Come on, Mariah. You cannot wrestle with this female. You cannot wrestle with this lady. There's no way. All right, David Allen, but it didn't happen, though. Nope. Okay. All right, David Allen says Miss Schaefer. Okay. Marina Schaefer. Okay. All right, Braden. Okay. Braden like that idea, David. David says Marina Shafir. Marina Shafir. I'm sorry. I'm calling her Schaefer. I don't know why. I'm like, that didn't sound right. All right. Braden says she's good. Yes, she is. She is pretty good. David Allen says MVP with Jada and Bianca. With Jade and Bianca. Yeah. That would be great too, David. That would be outstanding. Man, that's Serena Deebs, boy. She's something else, man. All right. That was a nice Larry. I'm going to turn on my tablet, guys. Switch over. No, I saw David Allen. I saw me and Chris, we was on for NXT last night. I saw that, but I didn't realize that Robert Stone wanted to manage Piper and Chelsea Green. I didn't see that part. He said, "Oh, you said backstage, okay." But David Allen, thanks for letting me know that, man. I did not see that part. I know Piper and Chelsea. I know Chelsea is wrestling Roxanne Perez next week, but I didn't know that both of them going to be on there, or Robert Stone wanted them to be on there and manage both of them. I think that'll be great. I would love to see that. Thanks for letting me know, my man. Goodness sake. Man, Mariah cannot win this match, man. If she does, then wow. That's all I really got to say is wow, guys. Man, she beat Serena D. All I'm gonna do is shake my head, man. Yeah, Brady said, "No, Mariah May is mid. Yeah, in my opinion, she is. She's improving though. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Brady. Baby. All right, guys, I'm going in on my iPad. So, guys, give me a minute here. I'm going to be switching over. Sorry about that, guys. All right, guys, just a moment here, man. Just one moment. All right, guys. I was just switching over. I'm sitting here in the dark in my living room. I just wanted to go ahead and switch over to my iPad. I was on my phone doing this podcast, but yeah, I'm switching over to my iPad. First time I use the iPad in a while. Yeah, I see that, Johnny Beans. All right, let me get everybody here. That was pretty good, guys. I can roll with I'm gonna go ahead and roll with 2.5 stars. I'll give the girls I'll go and give the girls 2.5, man. Man, guys, let me know what you guys think about that match. It was pretty good, man. You know, hey, like Braden said, Serena, not Serena, but Mariah May, she's definitely improving. I love Kyle O'Reilly. Man said Serena better watch out for the old-timey movie lady. Laugh out loud. All right, Alma says I'm full of toast for my clothes and for my breakable items. Bosses for my other stuff. Hope I can find tomorrow. B90. Okay, Alma. Hopefully so. Wish we had some of the family members over there to help you out. Get you moved or whatever. But I know you're gonna be able to get moved. But yeah, to move some of your personal stuff. All right, Richard Martinez says, shaking my head. Yeah, my head is right. Harry calls Tony Khan said he's on the run to sign more free agent talents. Wow. Man, he don't need to be signing any other people, man. He really don't. Not right now. He needs to be figuring out how to change the game from the inside and what he has with what he has now. No need to be changing up, pretty much bringing in other people into the fold right now. He doesn't need to be doing that. Straight up. All right, Braden says my girl Julia Hart needs to go to the WWE soon while she's still young. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Braden. Man, she definitely will fit in with NXT right now. And yeah, and she got a lot of time to build up to be something special. Johnny Bain says Serena won, Harry. Yes, she did. Brave says, all right, Harry, you don't have to shake your head now. No, I don't, because she would have lost, man. Oh, my gosh, man. She would have lost. All right, man. Here comes Kenny. Kenny Omega. Man, I have a lot of respect for him. I really do, guys. D-Skill H-Town is in the house. What's up? D-Skill says they were moving in slow motion for a good deal of that. That's true. All right, Braden said, I'm going to go 2. Wasn't long enough. I agree with you on that, Braden. All right, my man Mag says Serena gets 2 to 2.5 stars. But yeah, I'm with D-Skill H-Town. They were moving pretty slow in that match. All right, D-Skill H-Town 43 at Dynamite tonight. The last time they were there, they had 7,400 in the arena. And Canada is hot for wrestling, man. Wow. Braden said it's almost 2.5 for me. Yeah, I had like a 2.3, Braden. So I had 2.3 that rolls over to 2.5 stars, even though I was a little reluctant to give it that. Glenn White, what do you think about Edge and AEW? I don't like it, man. Man, it's good that his legacy is already formed, Glenn. It's good that his legacy is already formed. He's not doing himself any favor being over there in AEW. I'm glad he has a championship. But man, if I was him, I'd be looking to wind down my career. I hope he has an option where he can get out without paying any of the money back. But I'll run this contract down. Hope he have a year and an option on his contract, on his deal. I don't know what his deal is, but I would have signed a year and an option at at his age, not just at his age, but man, he's incredible. He's an incredible wrestler. His last run in AEW, I mean, in WWE was nice. You know, he did continue to get injured. But yeah, let's go ahead and listen to Kenny Omega. But Glenn White, man, he could be something special, but wow. But Khan don't know how to book him right.
You were 24 hours away from dying.
Wow.
So that I said, cool story, Doc. Can you patch me up and send me back to Dynamite? Kenny, it's not that simple. We need to get what's in you out of you. And if we cut you open now, we're going to have to fillet you open. And you're going to have a bag, a colostomy bag, for 6 months.
Wow.
Months, possibly the rest of your life.
Wow.
So I said to the doctor, I said, and if I don't, he said, that's fine. But for the rest of your life, you're going to have a ticking time bomb right here.
Wow.
Where you might not know where, when, or why, but you might just one day wake up in the hospital having the surgery done to you anyway. Any sort of blunt force trauma to the stomach could kill you.
I'll have to go to the store and get some soda.
And I felt like maybe the point today, this whole thing, was to come out and explain to you that I had to retire.
Wow, man.
And then I did something. I turned on AEW for the first time the other day, and I watched Dynasty. Anyone watch Dynasty? I saw Swerve make history. I saw Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson put on one of the greatest matches I've ever seen in my life.
All right, yeah, it's good to see Omega back, guys.
And I wish I could say I was happy, but when I look back down, my hands were shaking again. And the tremors got worse.
What was I at, man?
Wait a minute. Am I really scared of being a wrestler?
All right, D-Skill says, I heard they gave away 1,300 tickets today. Wow. So in all reality, they sold, what, 3,000 tickets, 3,100 tickets, or something like that? Well, how many did they have? 4,300, 4,400. So, wow.
The reason why I was shaking is because I was going through withdrawal. I needed to be back in this ring. I needed to be back in this ring more than I wanted to breathe. Living is being in this ring. Being called the best is what fueled me. And it hurt me. And it hurt me. And I hated it. That all the best shows, the best pay-per-views, the best wrestlers on the planet are in the conversation for being the best. And I've already been forgotten.
No, you have not. This dude is pretty darn good, man.
And I'm making a promise to each and every one of you. This isn't over until I exhaust every option. If there's a 10% chance, a 5% chance, a 1% chance. Bag or no bag. You guys aren't done with Kenny Omega yet. I made a mission statement to change the world. And that brings me on to the second piece of business. When we're talking about colostomy bags, why not talk about two other about it?
Oh, okay. All right, now, so, all right.
Matthew And you can do that. You're free to do that as EVPs. But what you forget is that there's also one other EVP. I may be fired from the elite, but you can't fire me as an EVP. So as far as I'm concerned, until someone says otherwise, a part of the power in this company belongs to the best bout machine.
Oh, gosh. Okay. All right. D Skill said I heard they gave away 1,300 tickets today. Okay. All right. And then, all right. Brain says Kenny Omega time. Okay. Okada. Yeah, no doubt about it, Braden. Best thing in AEW, in my opinion. All right. Alma says I really need bubble wrap for my breakables. All right. All right. Then Braden says, yeah, Mariah May moves slow. When she gets fast, she gets sloppy. Yes. Alma Clark says a cardio match, 2.5, 3, 2.5. What did you say here? Okay. Let's just say you say 3.5. Braden says, yes, you could tell. You could tell Serena was trying to speed it up. Yes, sir. Braden says Edge seems out of place in AEW. Yes, he does. He's trying to make it work, guys. He's trying to make it work.
The Rainmaker. The best bout machine. It's funny, we had a bit of a rivalry over in New Japan. What do you say? Give me a couple months.
All right, Braden says, dang, I didn't know Kenny was that sick. Yeah, he's pretty sick, man. Yeah, that's out there in the news. National news.
I'm sorry, Kenny. I'm the best bout machine now.
What in the world? What in the man? Wow. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, he's okay, man. He's okay. Oh God. Boom, goodness. What? Man, get out of there. Come on now. Goodness. Well, wow. Wow. Yeah, right, man. Yeah. Wow. God almighty. But they gonna hit him with the V trigger. Wow. Goodness sake. Man, come with it. I knew they're going to hit him with the V trigger. You can see this coming. God almighty. Wow. Yeah, you can definitely see that coming. Now, who's coming out? Man, why you ain't on here? You at home now? You said you're getting out of the car? Oh, wow, man. Wow. Well, they just now jumped. Kenny Omega, boy. Kenny Omega had this passionate speech, man. And he talking about, how if he get any blood, any trauma up into his stomach, man, that, hey, it could kill him and everything. And, Jungle Boy came out there and attacked him from behind. First, you had Okada come out there, right? And him and Okada talking, and pretty much, wow, man. And then you pretty much had Omega said, hey, give me 2 months and we can resume what we had over there in Japan. Here come from behind. From behind, you had Jungle Boy attack Kenny Omega from behind, but Kenny Omega surprised him. He's hurting, but he started beating up Jungle Boy. And then next thing you know, hey, what's the name was outside of the ring. Okada, he got his leg, and then that gave the dude, what is his name? Jungle Boy, man. Perry, Jack Perry, was able to hit him in the stomach with the edge of the chair. And then the other EVPs come out, Matthew and Nicholas, and act like they're gonna be, they act like they are gonna be down with Kenny and all that. They holding Okada off, and Jack Perry, no, man, don't do that. And I'm sitting there, I'm saying, hey, they're gonna hit it with the V trigger. They're gonna hit it with the V trigger. You could just basically tell us what they're gonna do. Yeah, they got him. They got him with the V trigger. Right now, they're taking him off on a stretcher, man. So he's holding his stomach. But hey, I haven't seen Shad Khan tonight. I did come in late. I came in, started watching it around 8:25 or whatever. Got on around 8:35. Got the crew in here tonight. So you get home, man. You get a chance, come on or whatever. But hey, I don't know if if you see that we're still on. But hey, I'm gonna be on here for a little while, man. I'll talk to you a little bit. I just wanted to give you an update. I ain't know if you was at home or not. I figured you probably got out of there. Hey, they might get him too. Shai show up there, get him too, man. Shad Khan, they'll get him too. But these jokers are took over, boy. They trying to have an NWO elite type cool going on something, man. Junk is getting crazy. All right, Chris, I'll talk to you a little bit, man. Let me get to all these comments. All right, man. Talk to you a little bit later. All right, guys. I had to call Chris Burton over here, man, see if I can get him on. But yeah, Chris, so hey, he probably not gonna be able to make it. He just now leaving the house. Well, he said he just leaving Fountain Inn, so he probably close to home. Hopefully he gets to get in here, man. Nah, he probably gonna get him something to eat or whatever, and I definitely understand that. Oh, what am I doing, man? All right, but let me get back and get all these comments, guys. But hey, pretty good storyline, man. Pretty good thing that they're going with right now. Man, please don't tell me he's gonna get jumped. Please don't tell. I knew it. Oh, God almighty. Man, he jumped. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. I knew it. I knew it, man. This is a WCW ripoff, guys. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. This is a WCW ripoff. Okay, guys. Oh my gosh, God almighty. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Kenny no more. There's no way in the world. They did this silly stuff, man, and he's really like that. If he's still like that, so he must have went ahead and had the surgery, because I know he had that surgery. I mean, I know he was sick like that. And, that was actually he was sick like that. So he must have had the surgery. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know, man. I heard they gave away 1,300 tickets today. Kenny Omega time, Braden says, best thing in AEW in my opinion. All right. Let's see. D Skill says, I hope Kenny reached out to Brock Lesnar about recovery. He almost died too. Yep. Braden says, man, kind of emotional. All right, guys, let me get to all your comments just a moment. I'm going to get off the screen for just a minute here. But I'm trying to catch up with all these comments before I get over to this next match. Then I get back on screen. But I kind of got behind there a little bit. Braden says, here we go with that Bryan Danielson and Will Ospreay stuff, man. Yep. Johnny Beams, Harry, Jim Cornette said that now Kenny is growing on me on this show. Wow, yeah, I saw that. And Johnny is good. I don't know why he was dogging that man out, because that man is a great wrestler. I have no idea. I didn't understand Jim Cornette with that. I really didn't. That was just crazy. Excuse me. I mean, that guy is an outstanding wrestler. But hey, everybody makes mistakes, man. D Skill said, I still think Kenny should have gone to WWE. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. D Skill H-Town. Yes, sir. All right, my man Johnny Beam says, D Skills, Kenny even said it. He wished. You wow. Max says Omega Executive Vice President. Yes. Johnny Beam, laugh out loud. Harry, this show tonight. It's kind of crazy, man. It's all over the place. Not a bad show, but it's all over the place. D Skill H-Town, this is really not the way to get anyone over. No, sir. No, sir. They think it is, though. D Skill H-Town, just let Kenny have his moment and then close the segment. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, D Skill. Yes, sir. But you know what? They had to throw in that extra, man. And you know what? They really went overboard with it. Glenn White says Kenny is clear to wrestle. They saving him. yeah, he's got to be clear to wrestle. Clear to wrestle. Yes, FTR, man. And FTR, once again, they made FTR look weak. I knew them guys were going to blindside him. And look, one thing about it shouldn't been that right there. All of that shouldn't have been predictable. It was all predictable. I knew they was going to run with that. It looked like they had the WCW playbook, and they ran it. They ran it all the way. That NWO playbook. They ran the whole thing. Outrageous, man. Tony Khan went to the Russo School of Booking and doesn't know when to stop. Yes, sir. Johnny Beams, laugh out loud, Chris. Oh, man, Johnny Beams. I got to tell Chris that, man. I hope he comes home. Chris needs to stop acting and watch his favorite show, Rampage, laugh out loud. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Black Ray 7920. I'm with you. They're like a high school, junior high school game. Yes, sir. They so little. Yes, sir. Man, gosh, wow. Johnny Beams, that was distasteful. Why you punch Kenny in the stomach, shaking my dang head? That just made me mad a little bit, Harry. Yes, I'm with you on that too, Johnny Beams. Why in the world, Johnny Beams, why in the world would you pretty much let Kenny Omega come out here and say that to the world? The people that are watching. Think of people, man, there's people still believe all this. 100%. 100%. And I know this for a fact, because me and Chris, like we said, we know a lot of people out here in wrestling. A lot of people, man, here in the upstate of South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia, which we do a lot of commentary. We know a lot of people. Talk to a lot of fans. And I tell you what, you got a lot of these fans that believe this stuff. we haven't actually asked them, do they believe it or whatever, but from conversations and really getting into deep conversations and talking to them. And, I talk to some of them on the phone, talk to some, they message me and they do things like that. They on Messenger and talking to them, you can tell a lot of them believe a lot of the stuff, man. They really caught up with it. So for you to have Kenny Omega get on here and talk about that and tell people if he get any blunt trust, then they gonna do that? Man, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I hear you, D-Skill H-Town. See that, man? And we're hardcore wrestling fans. We're hardcore wrestling fans, and it turns us off. Not good, man. Not good. And I don't know if Tony Khan is writing this script or he let the goofballs take over for the whole night. I have no clue. But I'm not gonna just call him goofballs because he's along with him. And then you got that other kid, man, Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. He's in with it. He's another knucklehead, man. Another goofball. Just ridiculous. D-Skill H-Town, yeah, I'm about done with AEW. Again, my man D-Skill H-Town says, yeah, Black Reign 79-20, shock value. And that's what they're relying on now. But Tony Khan needs to realize that AEW, that's what they've been about for a long time now. Shock value. Shock. Let's shock people. Shock people. Shock people. Doesn't he realize by now that it's not working? Man, let Kenny Omega come out and show his strength, man. Have his moment, leave out. Have to make a play that he's back in the hospital. He's just like Tony Khan right now. He's back in the hospital. He's nursing that serious injury, guys. Serious injury. He's got to at least go back to the doctor, and they gotta have to re-examine his stomach. And what happens? What's happening with his stomach? Come on now. Wow, man. Wow. It's just that Tony Khan ignores the basic fundamentals of wrestling, pro wrestling logic. Yes, sir, D-Skill. Yes, sir. D-Skill H-Town. Tony Khan just wants to make moments regardless of if those moments make sense. Yes. That's true. Man, man, look. I was hoping everybody said Shad Khan was going to be on the show tonight. I hope he shows up at the end or whatever, but I hope Shad Khan is taking this thing over. He needs to take it over, man. If not, Shad Khan needs to stop the bleeding. Said, I'm tired of giving you money, son, for this failing project. I'm going to sell it to Vince. Sell it to Vince. The man just lost the zone, man. He lost the zone in Europe. And he lost what? VPN or whatever. The other. He lost the zone and he lost that other one that covered mostly Asia. So he lost both of those markets. He lost a continent, guys. He lost a continent. Basically 2 continents, right? Oh my gosh, guys. Wow. Some people never learn, man. Some people never learn. Will never learn. Yeah. That's part of it too. D-Skill. Yeah, he lost the Mexican TV market. That's what it was. So he lost the continent, and he lost Latin America. He lost Mexico, and he lost the country surrounding that. So yeah, he lost a lot. So D-Skill H-Town, thanks. Yeah, he did lose. He lost 2 continents. Well, actually, I think they're in North America. So he did not lose that completely. But I think it went into Central America. Part of that. He lost part of a continent. All right, Johnny Beans, but I care about my wrestler's health. Tony Khan, yes. Man, you are tripping. That dude is tripping. He'll do anything for a rating. And this right here, guys, and I'm gonna have to have a podcast on this tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna have to have a podcast on this tomorrow. If not a video, I'll probably come live on it. But I am totally convinced, and I was saying this when it was happening, guys. I do not think Sting voluntarily retired. I do not think Sting was ready to retire. I do not. Never will think that. I think Tony Khan, it's not a force, but I think Tony Khan begged him to go ahead and retire just to get his ratings up, man. I know he did. Boy, Tony Khan was desperate, and he went to Sting for a ratings ploy, man. Just like Mercedes Moné giving her all that money or whatever, had no plans for anything. A ratings ploy. Straight up. Sad, man. All this stuff, very sad. Goodness sake. Sorry about that, guys, but my internet is acting up. Goodness sake, man. I'll give this one 2 stars, guys. I give this match Jay White over Dante Martin 2 stars. All right, Johnny Bean says that Tony Khan don't stop. He going to do something terrible like what happened to Owen. But the blame on Vince, I'm serious, Harry. Even Al Snow said these wrestlers going to destroy themselves. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, man, that Al Snow said, yeah, he said somebody's gonna kill himself in the ring over there. I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Man, he gonna clothesline him or something, kick him. God almighty, wow. So amateurish, man. So amateurish. That's what we had a great show one time, man, out on the indie scene. Nobody did anything crazy or whatever. And then we had one guy who just had to do that. Just had to do that. Had to do the same similar thing. Tell my man, he got nervous or whatever. I'm just like, for some reason, these guys, that's Tony Khan booking style. That's it. They think action got to be going on all the time. It has to be something going on all the time with these fans. Wow. Oh.
I'm not just a random girl who walked in and became all elite. I've been at this for 12 years. I am a former 5-time world champion. I am the virtuosa, Deanna Purrazzo, and after last week, I'm starting to feel like myself. It's about time the entire locker room starts to feel me too. If Thunder Rosa doesn't want to heed my advice, if she wants to make this personal, we can make this personal. Do you know what happens when you make things personal with a Jersey girl?
going on, everybody? What's going on?
Yeah. Some crazy stuff going on, man. Johnny Bean said earlier, Chris, you know you want to come in and watch Rampage, your favorite show.
Long as Moose ain't on, I don't care what it is.
Man, this whole thing been crazy, man. Tonight has been crazy. And, man, you got to go back and watch that segment. I'm pretty sure he'll have it on this YouTube. They'll have it on YouTube. Go back and watch it. It's crazy. All right, D-Skill H-Town says, by the time she could get in the ring, no one would care. Exactly. By the time Mercedes. All right, D-Skill said before that, Mercedes still not cleared to wrestle. They keep putting her on TV to talk, which is something she can't do. Exactly. And
She not cleared to wrestle. What's wrong with her?
I don't know what's wrong with her, man. She's still hurt, I guess.
She hurt her butt from sitting on that big old wallet?
Maybe. D-Skill says by the time she can get in the ring, no one will care. And then my man Johnny Bean says, Harry, I found it funny that Swerve feuded with Claudio for the title, and now we don't see Claudio in the storyline. Max says, I agree. Jay White's match gets 2 stars. All right, Johnny Bean says, same for Cal Fletcher. Where is he at? But I can give Hunter this, Harry. He actually gave us a reason why Cody's champion. Yes. Oh, Johnny Bean, the thing I didn't get that earlier when you said about Claudio. Let's see. Did I pass that? Yeah, I know you said something about Claudio wrestled he wrestled Swerve Saturday night, and he's not even in the storyline now. But yeah, Claudio definitely that's who they need to be putting in line for the championship. They definitely do, because you know what? They don't know what to do with Swerve. They really don't. Johnny Beans with Swerve, I don't know anymore. He is becoming an afterthought. Yes, sir. Magnum, I noticed that Deanna sounds a lot like Roxanne Perez on the mic. Yes, she does. All right, D-Skill H-Town, Johnny Beans, they are setting Swerve up to fail. Yes, because look, they have no flipping clue. And you know what? I think they just put at a certain point, I think Tony Khan realized that, hey, they should have put the title on him, but they should have been about 6 weeks ago when they done it, and they went ahead and dropped it, even though it was basically past the time to really do it. It really was. They should have did it during that time when right in the midst of the feud with Adam Page, and went ahead and put the title on it. But that thing with Adam Page, it ran its course, man, and the fans really got sick of it. And by the time he got in there and it got really serious with Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe fought both of those guys in a couple 3-ways, man. It lost its luster. It's lost its luster. And you know what? Tony Khan, I don't think he was gonna put that title on him, but he's saying Tony Khan like, hey, I need to get some ratings, man. Everybody out here on the internet talking about he deserves the title. He need to give him the title.
Man, I ain't even worried about him having the title. What's pissing me off? Everybody in this race baiting with the whole thing, man.
Oh yeah, that right there too. Well, that's one of the reasons I did not want it to actually. I was hoping it didn't go to him, to tell you the truth. Because
people gonna be like, oh, the black man don't get a shot. Black man,
exactly.
And now that he got a shot, people ain't talking about him because they passed. They dropped the ball. They should have did it earlier. They didn't pull the trigger when they should have. And now everybody, he black and ain't nobody talking about him. I'm like, man, come on, man.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, look, I would have loved to see them get it a couple months ago. Just like I said, it should have been 5-6 weeks ago when they finally dropped it, at least. But they dropped the ball. And when you drop the ball like that, man, you got to come up with something else. You got to come up with another strategy. Mm-hmm. You cannot bow to the fans, man. Once you bow to the fans, it's over with. And that's what they did. That's what Tony Khan did. Tony Khan like, hey, let me go ahead and do what I need to do, because when it boiled down to it, Samoa Joe was a great representative of that championship. Even though Samoa Joe really wasn't the best candidate for it, but at the time he really was. And he walked around like a, big, bad, tough, nobody can beat me, nobody can touch me. And he
acted like a champion. He acted like a champion, man.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sorry, man. Swerve, man, everybody, what did they really get behind Swerve for?
He was black.
Yeah, he black, and Prince Nana, man.
Mm-hmm.
Prince Nana pushed Swerve over. He the one got him over. So when it boils down to it, and look, I was looking at Taki's channel. I was looking at Taki's channel when he won the title. I went up, because me and you, we didn't order that pay-per-view. I saw pieces from it, and certain people were putting it out there. But I'm watching wrestling Tati, and Tatiana, she has King Leo on there, and she got another guy on there, and all three of them, man, being black and stuff like that, were like, oh, man, I was all into Swerve winning this thing, but now that I see it, it don't feel right.
Yeah,
it don't
I ain't
feel
too sure.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But they was all, it was all feeling thing, man. They was all feeling it because, it, like you say, it was race baiting, man. It was all black, I mean, I'm sorry, you don't put a title on somebody because of their color of their skin. That's the way I look at it. Give it to him on merit, man. And not saying that Swerve Strickland didn't deserve it. I think he's great in the ring. He definitely deserved it, man. But there's a timing with wrestling, man. It's all about timing. And
you got to know when to pull that trigger, man. You got to know when to pull that trigger.
Exactly. And that's one thing me and you will never do. Just because somebody's black, and I mean the organization that we're working for now, half of the wrestlers are black. Well, most of the wrestlers are black. Maybe 60, almost 55, 60% of the wrestlers are black. But do that mean they're gonna get the championship? No. I mean that's crazy, man. But Swerve just caught lightning in the bottle. The guy came out here thinking he's Run DMC, calling saying it's Swerve's house. Over and over, he got jumped earlier. I didn't see that tonight. He did get a jump. Christian Cage,
man.
But
matter of fact, there you go right there.
Yeah. They showing what happened earlier tonight. He jumped him. Oh, what in the world? No, man, no.
Hit that joke with a microphone. God almighty, boy.
Heck yeah.
They made this joke look like a chump, boy.
Yeah, but if they would have did it 6 weeks ago, man, I have no problem with it.
You trying to whip his hair out, boy.
Heck yeah. And why in the world do they attack him anyway? Why do this? All night long it's been attacks. And Chris just saw Jay White defeat Dante Martin. Two stars.
Yeah.
And all right. And Jay White decided to, give, sportsmanship to Dante Martin, raise his hand out there. He done beat Dante Martin. Dante was all, everybody was cheering and stuff like that. And I was like, watch Jay White. I was like, don't trust it. I'm like, he's going to do something to him. I thought he was going to kick him or something. But he went ahead and hit him with a DDT. Remember somebody who did that? And we asked him in this show, you asked him in the show why you do that? The show that we had for your wife. Mm-hmm. Everything was all good. Everything was great in that show. And then we had somebody decide to do that. Mark Mayhem McQueen came to the back. You asked him, why did he do that? Remember? I mean, it's just the same thing. It was just amateurish, man, what just happened. I don't know if Mayhem is listening to the show or not, but Mayhem, not trying to put you down or whatever, but that was a moment that we didn't want to happen in that show. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Listen to your booker and what's going on, but I know this thing was booked. Either the Young Bucks is doing it tonight or that other knucklehead, Tony Khan, is doing it by remote like he said he was going to do. But either way it go, it's kind of stupid.
Man, I bet you Tony Khan is there, man.
Oh, exactly. And yeah, Kenny Omega, they made him look like a fool tonight, man. And they took him out. And you look like they running, Johnny Bean said, running the Vince Russo playbook, but it's the NWO playbook, 100%. They took him out on a stretcher, took him out to the ambulance, and he didn't even get, FTR was out helping, making sure you get out there. They jumped FTR. And then they doggone pushed Kenny out of the doggone, put him off the stretcher, man, off of the, the stretcher that they take with wheels and all that, the gurney or whatever. They pushed him off of that. And he hit the cement. He hit the floor. Hit the floor, the cement floor, man. That's out there in that driveway going to the ambulance. That I was just like, wow, man. And Kenny Omega talking about his injury and if he get blunt, that get his stomach get hit in the stomach, how he could die and everything like that. And that's what they were saying legitimately in the hospital. And then they're going to come and do something like this. Man, I'm just like, wow. Man, it's just something wrong with these people. Even if he does have that injury, Chris, and he's going through that, and he don't, even if he's healed from that injury, even if he's doing that little light work, that still could put him back in kind of that protocol. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, of course, man. Of course, man.
Sounds real stupid, man. But give me a minute, Chris. I'll be on in just a moment, man. But yeah, give me a minute. All
right. Black Rain says Swerve is the modern Ron Simmons. Early 90s. Tony really wants to be WCW.
Yes, he does. But yeah, let's go back. Let's see. All right. Richard Martinez says, Chris, did you see what Tony Khan did to Omega? No, he didn't get to see it.
No.
But he's going to have to go back and check that out. Richard Martinez, that gave me a bad taste. Yeah, everybody is saying that, man. And look, like I say, we are huge wrestling fans, guys, and we're saying that. And if Tony Khan got some NFL fans in to watch this like he wanted to, and Scott Larson was on earlier asking, what kind of impact that the NFL going to have on this, and thinking that the fans might be watching, but some NFL fans. But if they did, the probably 20 to 30,000 fans that may have came over to watch and seen this craziness, man, they're going to go out here and talk bad about wrestling. Straight up, it's going to hurt all the wrestling when it boils down to it. If you're gonna try to showcase, man, showcase it right. Showcase wrestling the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. That's just crazy. I just don't.
All right, what did D Skill? You already had got that one, I think.
No, I ain't got that one. D Skill said messed up last week, not giving Swerve a moment, Dynamite, and waiting until the show on Saturday. No one watches.
Yeah, exactly, D Skill. They didn't bring him out and make him look like a champion that Wednesday after he won the title. David Allen, he was coughing Harry in the ring. Wow, yeah.
This is crazy, man. I
don't know. I'll be right back. Look, I was looking. I just wanted to see Shad Khan, see if he show up tonight, and we knew Vince wasn't gonna show up, and Eric Bischoff.
Of course not.
Yeah, I saw Eric Bischoff today, man. Eric Bischoff, boy, he impressed me. They was asking who's the greatest, had his thing, who's the greatest wrestler ever in WCW, and he said it's Ric Flair for him. You had some people saying Sting and some other people, but he said it's Ric Flair for him. And then, man, he gave Ric Flair all kind of praise, man. I said, what in the world? What's going on with Bischoff? I'm gonna do a reaction video to that. But he said if it wasn't for Ric Flair, he said there wouldn't be no Hulk Hogan. There wouldn't be no NWO. He said, man, let's be real. He said, look, I know me and Flair and I had our past and everything, and Ric Flair, how he feels about me and everything. But man, he said all this stuff. He said none of this stuff would have happened. He said there wouldn't have been no Attitude Era, none of that stuff if it wasn't for Flair. I could not believe it, man. I could not believe it. I'm like, man, what is up with this guy, man? Eric Bischoff, he seems to have an understanding of wrestling now that he didn't have back in the day. If he had the stuff that he have now, man, WCW still be around. He'll be still on top. But he has such a basic knowledge of wrestling. It's like he went back into the archives. He found out what wrestling is really about. And everything he says about Tony Khan is right on the money now. Everything he says. And what he says, he was talking about the draft today too, Chris, and he talked about exactly what I was saying the other night. They need to end the draft. I hate to say it. I really think they do. It's no point in it really right now. And he said the same thing, and he made perfect sense. He was pointing out some things that, I was thinking and some things that I wasn't thinking. But Eric Bischoff is on another level now as far as his mindset. I think he got so caught up into the game. He got so caught up into being out with the boys, hanging out with the boys over with the NWO. He did. He wasn't into his business, man, and he pretty much became an apologist out here.
But D Skill said, man, Glacier was the best, boy.
I hear you, D Skill. You're right about that, 100%, man. Glacier, I cannot even think about wrestling without thinking about Glacier.
Yo, baby, boy.
Yeah. Oh, boy, you talk about doggone PN News, boy. David is cracking up. But yeah, man, I can't believe it. Like I say, I'm just Eric Bischoff. I hate even seeing him like this, to tell you the truth, Chris. I want this guy to be, I want to hate him, man. I'm still mad at him for the WCW thing, but right now I'm getting it. And look, when we seen him up in Atlanta, I know you went up and you talked to him and everything. I would have went up and talked to him. I ignored him. He was nothing to me, because if I would have went up to him, I would have went off on him. I was so pissed off at him. But now we go back to Deep South. Look, if he ever come out there again, because he lives in Atlanta, we definitely got to go up there, man. I definitely would like to talk to him. I have a lot more respect for him now because everything he's saying, man, is right on the money. But he's becoming a historian, man. He's really, getting to the point where he understanding wrestling. And I think if he comes back and puts his
he started late, boy. He started late, boy.
Yeah, he did. If he comes back and put his blueprint on it, I think he can leave a legacy. I think he can leave a legacy, man. If he gets a shot at doing anything in wrestling now, he definitely understands it. He's following it. He knows what's going on. Man, I got to give it to him. But this guy's about business now, and it took a while. I mean, he's 67 years old now. I mean, I hate it that it's finally he done got to an age now that at this later age in this. Later in life that he had to finally come to the realization of, hey, this is what wrestling is about. And, hey, you made mistakes. And he's acknowledging those, man. So I definitely give him credit there. But, yeah, he definitely could have been a huge, he could have been a huge influence if he would have been thinking like that. And he probably was, Chris, when it boils down to it, when he first came in. But, like I said, he got caught up with the boys, man. Got caught up with the boys and played their game. All right, David Allen, yo, baby, yo, I can't let it go. House Party 2, Chris. D-Skill H-Town, this documentary coming out. Soon it's supposed to tell the
The Rock, boy. It's the new.
Hey, I was there, man.
You ain't heard about that, Harry?
Yeah, I know about it. It's coming out in June. I know about that, Chris.
Hell,
yeah,
boy, that thing gonna be,
but I'm just saying, man. Like I said, I just hope they tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help them God, help them God. I want the exact truth. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear about executives because there was 2 executives who came out who said they worked for that company for they've been working for Ted Turner since 1972. They loved wrestling, and they was 2 of the guys that was in the decision making. They said they couldn't stand Tony Khan. They said they just not Tony Khan, but Eric Bischoff. They couldn't stand it, and they did not want to sell to him, even though Fusion, who I can't believe I remember the name. Fusion, who Eric Bischoff got to offer that 63 million.
Yeah,
they 62 million. They turned it down and sold it to Vince for $3 million because they hated Eric Bischoff. That's something. That's saying a lot. So I hope that he gets the entire truth of that. All right, Magnum says, "Oh no, it was the Demon." Laugh out loud. D Skill says, Magnum, the Demon was terrible, but the Wall was great. David Allen, Harry, favorite character is Oz in WCW. Boy, you got the Kevin Nash was Oz, boy.
Man, yeah, boy.
Yeah. All right, D Skill H-Down Nash is in the documentary, and said it is the complete truth, no lies, and now the WWE version of it, and not the WWE. Okay, we'll see. Mash says D Skill H-Town, don't forget about the big swole.
All
right, David Allen says, laugh out loud. Kevin Nash better tell the truth. Then say it was us that took over WCW. So case closed. Man, this whole thing, man. Look, let's be straight up, guys.
But I'm like, look, I'm like this, man. It's over. It's done with. They out of business. Let it go.
Yeah, it is. It is, man. And look, nobody can bring it back. Nobody. I mean, it is what it is. But
I mean, I'm like, I don't care who screwed it up, whatever. They screwed it up. It's over. It's gone.
Oh yeah, it is. Hey, but you gonna watch that documentary though, aren't you?
If I ain't at work.
Yeah, but you'll go back and watch it. I know you will. Look, I'm just gonna say this about it, Chris. And remember, look, I stopped watching, man. You guys watching that. Y'all was watching WWF. But hey, I liked WWF at that time too. But my eyes soured on wrestling because of what was happening to WCW. I stopped watching. Remember, I told you and Dre and all them, I don't like wrestling no more. You guys thought I was joking. Told Amy Johnson that. Told Samson. Told all you guys that. We was all huge wrestling fans. That's all we talked about at work, remember? We was all in it. I left it alone and went to boxing. But, man, look. When I saw what they was doing to Ric Flair, I knew it was over. You do not do the foundation. You do not take the foundation of your company and make him look like a complete fool and think you're going to hold that company. That right there, you destroyed it right there. You destroyed it. That's like saying that Hulk Hogan was still in WWE. If he was in WWE at that time, say he wasn't over in WCW. and Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock. Who else was big at that time? Triple H was coming up. Let's see. Bret Hart. Let's say they just totally dismantled Hulk Hogan, made him look like a fool, took him outside, beat him, dragged him into a graveyard, just destroyed his legacy, Chris. Made him look like a fool. Do you think that company would have held up?
Oh, heck no, boy.
It wouldn't. You cannot destroy what made the company. What pretty much, I'm not going to say, Ric Flair made WCW. It had a big foundation before that. But he is, he was the building block that thing really, that really created that whole mega, made it a mega company. He was. Him and Dusty Rhodes. And you could throw Dusty Rhodes in that with him, along with him.
Mm-hmm.
If Dusty Rhodes, even if it wasn't Ric Flair, if they did that to Dusty Rhodes, then they would crush him the same way. If either one of those two. Now you could have done it to Sting, but Sting people would have been pissed off. But I think they would have survived. But when you did that to Ric Flair, whoa, they was done. Yeah. They was done for. But you know what? Bischoff, like you said, he didn't understand the impact that Flair had. He didn't really understand the impact, why people were like that about Flair. It's kind of like Bret Hart, man, the same way. Bret Hart was at his peak, and Bret Hart, with the, I'm the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever would be. Bret Hart was envious of Flair when it boils down to it. He was very envious of him. And, he would always say out at that time, he didn't have to say that. He had the machine behind him, man. Bret Hart was way more popular at that time than Flair when he was doing the run. He was way more popular. He didn't have to say that. But you know what? He took it upon himself to tear Flair down. He was saying, I don't want, it was all over the internet and stuff like that. We didn't have social media, but, people used to go on pages. We had Yahoo Messenger and all that stuff. So a lot of people used to see a lot of stuff. We had dirt sheets and everything. He always would mention Flair every time in interviews. I don't see what people see in Ric Flair and stuff like that. Man, he would always mention him. And Hulk Hogan, think about it. Hulk Hogan was way more popular than Ric Flair. Had a way bigger, wider recognition than Flair. But it was Hulk Hogan's mission to go over there and beat Ric Flair. So he just had to beat Ric Flair. Talked about it, man. Ric Flair, wow.
Well, you done got on a whole nother tangent. But y'all done got this man stuff.
It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. But I mean, it's better than what we watching. But I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, going back to that, you tear down a foundation. You cannot go in there and dog out somebody, even though Bruno Sammartino. You can really say Bruno Sammartino, Antonio Rocca, Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund, superstar Billy Graham is really the foundation of the World Wrestling Federation, Worldwide Wrestling Federation. You really can say that. But when it boils down to it, Hulk Hogan, the one who built it up into the empire that it was, even though Vince McMahon was, of course. But Hulk Hogan, he couldn't have done that without Hulk. Vince couldn't have done it. He had Andre the Giant before him. He couldn't have done that. So you can't tear down your biggest star like that and expect.
Oh, you ahead of me, man.
Okay, what's going on? Okay, okay, at the end of this, I'm gonna stop it, and then you tell me when to stop on your end. Hey, Roger Strong, boy. Why Roger Strong look like a goofball, man? He look goofy and nerdy over in NXT. They say, man, you in AEW now. You got to change your look. You can't be out here looking cool, man.
That's crazy, bro.
God almighty.
Celebrate the 5-year anniversary of AEW. We look back to where it started, what has happened, and where it stands.
Darn, 5 years.
Go from here. We decide that.
Wow. That was okay, man. I ain't gonna give it a thumbs down, but it definitely wasn't a thumbs up. Goodness sake, man. All right, what was top on these comments, man? You know, last one. Dang, boy, D Skill said he can't forget about RoboCop.
Man, y'all making me sick with these comments about talking about WCW, boy. Y'all need to stop this, boy. Y'all depressing me, boy.
Man, what the world are you talking about? You the one who came up with, well, no, somebody said something about WCW. You said, Harry, you don't know about that documentary? Well, people want to talk about something, Chris. They want to, they bored with this, I guess, man. I don't know. All right, D Sound says Nash is in the documentary and said it is the complete truth, no lies. Yeah, we read that. And now the WWE version of it. That's Mag says, don't forget about the Big Swole. Laugh out loud, Kevin Nash better tell the truth. Then say it was us that take over WCW. So case closed. D Skill says I can't forget about RoboCop. RoboCop, boy. I can't either, boy. What's his name? Can't either. What is his name, boy? They ain't going Chubb Rock, boy. It's not it's not RoboCop. It's Chubb Rock.
Chubb Rock, RoboCop last week was a shot.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. That was my jail, boy. Boy, Willow, man, beating up Sky Blue. Boy, they making Sky Blue look like a fool now. Remember, she was big time a while back. Now Sky Blue looking like a fool. All right, man. Magnum says, wow, forgot about RoboCop. Yep. Yeah, but they out in the crowd. But D Skill H-Town. Chris, I think it is important to get the truth out there so people can learn from it. Yeah, I'm with that, D Skill. All right, man, look. Hey, man, Chris is going to watch that documentary. Chris want to go live for it. But didn't you tell me that? All right, Rich Martin says, I'm watching to see Hogan cut a promo, and Harry does a live stream, and Chris had a face expression to excuse Hogan. Laugh out loud. Hogan be like, look, brother, I wasn't down with all that stuff that was going on with Eric Bischoff. He talked us all into it, brother.
Man.
All right, Richard says, Ric Flair is the first to start the Forbidden Door. Think about it. Harry, first NWA champion, went to WCW, took WCW title to WWF Royal Rumble. Yes, sir, he did.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Richard Martinez says, interviewer, hey, Hogan, who killed WCW? Hogan, well, let me tell you something, brother. I made WCW, phone rings, sorry, interviewer, but I got to go, excuse me. excuse. David cracking up.
Okay, they could have made that look more realistic. I mean, come on.
Gosh. All right, David Allen, Harry done Disco Inferno dance. Let's see. Now Chris doing the Garcia. Well, that's Chris dance. Go ahead and do it, Chris. Go ahead and do it, boy.
But he ain't did it today, man. He ain't even done it today.
No, he haven't done it, boy. Chris loved that doggone Daniel Garcia dance, boy.
Well, that's what you got to do, boy. That's what you got to do.
Oh, my gosh, boy. You cracked me up with that, man.
And she would have been good at NXT, these skills.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But nope, she want to come to AEW.
Yeah. Oh, no, Willow. Don't do that.
This ain't about to be good.
Man, the things that they do, man, the things that these wrestlers would do for Tony Khan to try to get us, for this shock value stuff, man. Like Johnny Bean say, the things that they would do, that they will do. That is, wow. Man, she tripping over the doggone steps and everything.
Hey, you're way ahead of me.
Goodness sake, man. I'm about to slow this thing down. All right, man. When Sky Blue get the lid, trash can lid, she's about to hit Willow, let me know. As soon as she get that lid.
All right, she got it.
All right. Boom, boys. Goodness sake, man. I appreciate it. Been a lot of people come through tonight. I appreciate it 100%. Me and Chris appreciate it. My man Braden done come through. D Skill, H-Town. David came through. Richard Martinez. My girl Alma Clark's been in. Will Rally Sports been in tonight, man. Let's see. AJ Scales been in tonight. I mean, Scales been in tonight. We've had JL in here tonight. JL still complaining. You know.
JL say wrestling boring, boy.
He loves AEW, man. He pumping that up. But I know why that is. Because BC amplified. He loves
I'm about to say the strong face lady ain't on here.
Yeah. All right. Johnny Beans says, "Sup, Chris? I told you, Harry, what Al Snow said. Yes. Al Snow said somebody gonna die in the AEW ring. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. But I'm definitely coming on tomorrow, Chris. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up too. I'm coming on to Sting. I'm totally convinced that he talked Sting into this retirement thing. Sting didn't want to retire. That was all the ratings for him, man. All of it. Just crazy.
And what did it do?
What's that?
And what did it do?
Didn't do anything, man. I mean, it got ratings for that day, and they sold out. They sold out the Coliseum in Greensboro. Well, I don't know if they sold it out, but they got a lot of people in the Greensboro Coliseum, and that was it. And that definitely was on the strength of Sting, because you know how they love Sting up there in Greensboro.
Oh yeah.
Anywhere around here, But man, I mean, I never seen anything like that. This guy, it's like every single week, he's trying to figure out something new, some kind of gimmick or something to shock people, or something to save him, in the ratings. Every single week he's doing this, man.
I wonder if Shai gonna say anything, man.
Shad Khan,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I haven't seen him all night. Oh, it's no collision this Saturday. David says. Thanks, David. Man, it must be preempted because of the basketball game.
Boy, this is bleeding, boy.
So we definitely don't have to worry about it Friday and Saturday then. No Rampage and no collision. Goodness sake, man.
Man, somebody got a show Saturday, boy, down in Union, man.
Who do? Oh, you want to go Saturday, man? Are you available?
Yeah, I'm off Saturday, man.
Yeah, what's the name, man? Vanderbilt.
Yeah, down in Union, man.
Yeah, trans soft wrestling or something like that.
Yeah,
we can go and check that out, man. Yeah, because he used to run Union, man. He used to run Pro Wrestling Union, but he used to run that trans. But yeah, and then Cole came in. And Cole tried to sell Pro Wrestling Union to him at one time. But yeah, we'll go check that out. I would love to go down there and check it out. They'll be shocked to see us. Oh, there's no doubt about that, D-Skill H-Town.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
All right, we'll get
thumbtacks. Here they come, boy.
D-Skill H-Town says.
Oh, hey, never mind. But Backlash Saturday.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. We ain't doing that.
Yeah,
D-Skill H-Town says David Allen, no collision because of the playoffs, and TBS is going to show Star Wars movies all day. Yeah. David Allen says, yeah, Harry. Yeah, D-Skills. D-Skills says get better ratings with Star Wars than AEW. Yes, of course. Of course. I might watch Star Wars. Well, I ain't going to be able to watch it this week because we got Backlash Saturday. But D-Skill H-Town Backlash on Saturday. David Allen says, wow, Harry. I mean, we talk movies on Friday. Q&A, anything goes. Hey, David Allen, that might work, man. That might work. Chris might have to do that, man. We definitely need to do something different. We need to do a movie. Come on here, talk about basketball, man. Talk about movies. Talk about some other things. Talk about different stuff. I mean, we definitely let's see, Friday night. Yeah, we definitely could do something, man. Maybe. We definitely look into that, David. Let's see. This is
I'm not even interested in this, man. Why? But look, man, I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Man, you crazy.
Well, I'm just here so I won't get fined because I don't
Man,
even care
look,
about
girls, I know y'all are tough. I know y'all are. They don't have to do this. They do not. Am I being easy on them because they're girls, Chris? I don't want to see these females doing this.
This is just whack. This is straight whack. This is trash,
It
man.
is,
Bubba
man.
Dub,
It
trash. Well, it's trash.
It is, man. All right, D-Skill H-Town Thumbtacks on the TV show. Save that stuff for the pay-per-view. Yes, sir. All right, David Allen, laugh out loud. Chris, David Allen is cracking up. Chris, you got to crack it up, boy. Chris, like, I'm tired of this foolishness, boy. This is foolishness, boy. Goodness sake. God.
This don't even surprise me no more. Nothing they doing surprise me anymore.
You see, that's the reason why I was bad, Chris. All the stuff that AEW has been doing for the last couple years, that's why it's bad. It's been bad for TV. Everybody at first for a while all the chaos into all the chaos. But when you do it so much, man,
you see this trash, man. You see this trash. You see this trash.
Stupid.
You see what's about to happen.
Oh yeah, I see what's about to happen.
Why?
The average everyday Mo, Chris. The average everyday Mo do not want to see women in a match.
ECW is dead for a reason.
Exactly.
ECW had a good run. Don't get me wrong. They had a good run. But this stuff, oh, Jesus.
Oh, wow. And I can tell by my clock, man, how many people that was in here watching before, how I was interested in. I mean, I had people said, I'm not watching this, Harry. I'm gone.
Harry, we're going to have to make a business. We're going to have to make an executive decision about AEW. And that's real talk.
I told you to tell the truth, man. I was gonna review it. I didn't know if I was gonna watch it or not. But like I say, we was wondering if Shahid Khan was gonna come on here and see if some of these other people they was talking about. That was ridiculous. I'm not gonna say it was a bad match. It was a horrible match. I'll give it maybe 2 stars. I'm gonna go ahead and give AEW tonight, AEW Dynamite. I'll give that 2 stars. But all the shenanigans, everything that they pulled tonight, made it a horrible show, man. I don't think this is gonna play well at all.
Like I said, I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Heck yeah.
But seriously, Harry, I want everybody to hear this. We're gonna have to make an executive decision about AEW. Yeah. Seriously.
Hey man, I might just I'm just gonna review it. I'm gonna review it until it gets better. And every now and then we're gonna review it for the most part, guys, and then every now and then we'll come back and we'll do a live on it.
Because that I mean,
week in and week out.
It's the same thing, man. You got egomaniacs running the show.
Yeah.
You got an awesome wrestler coming back in Kenny Omega.
They made him look like a fool, boy.
In his hometown. Yeah, man. Okay.
Mag says I'm here for Sky Blue's unique abilities. I'm sure you are, man. But that girl is fine, boy. But I will say that. All right, D-Skill A-Sound, there just isn't nothing behind this. It's just a stunt show. Yes, sir.
Thank you, man. I mean, and look, y'all, I'm sorry if you are an AEW hardcore loyalist and you are on our show. I am sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But AEW, unfortunately, in my opinion, because I'm saying this, in my opinion, has lost a lot, not all, but a lot of its luster. I will dare say 90% of its luster and attractiveness is gone.
Hey, man, and you know what? Chris loved it too.
I did.
In 2021,
because it was something new. It was something fresh, And a lot of these wrestlers I had never seen before. I've heard about them, but I never had a chance to
Mhm.
see them. And then when I saw what they can do, I was like, holy cow, these dudes are really something, man. Oh, wow, 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 wow. But now you're seeing the same old horse and pony show over and over and over again. It gets very old.
And look,
It gets very old, and it gets old quick.
look. If I just got you, I just turned on my phone and I got that part where you said over. So it was behind because it's behind over on YouTube. Look, man, I was hoping this didn't happen. I really didn't. And remember, I bucked back against you and Mike on this thing, man. And Hill, and I remember all you guys, man. Y'all was over the talk. I saw this coming. I saw it coming. But everybody was all caught up in the shenanigans of it. And I think you would have saw it coming too, but you like you said, it was new, it was exciting to you. It was new and exciting. And
it's like a kid with a new toy.
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, I probably had the advantage. Like I said, I will look at it this way. I had the advantage over you, Michael, because Michael didn't have cable growing up. Michael, remember, he said he was poor. I had the advantage over you, Michael, Hill, and everything. I saw many regional promotions, new promotions come up, Chris. And it was new. Like you said, it was new. It was exciting. But I saw mistakes that they made, and they folded. So it was not new for me to see things happen in the wrestling business where people made mistakes. And that's the reason I said, that's the reason I made that statement back then on one of our shows. Yeah, they're doing real good, but there's things that they need to work on that they got to get it right, or it's not going to work. And I saw week in and week out, even though they're putting on good shows and giving us great pay-per-views, a lot of great matches, lots of great matches. The same problems. They continue to have the same, not same problems. They continue to give us the same things over and over, and over again. And they was using up every single angle, everything that was great to end a feud. These matches, a lot of these specialty matches they have, those are matches that end feuds. And they kept giving it to us over and over again. Like it was, like you said, Chris, like a cupcake, and hey, a kid out there saying, add some sprinkles to it. I want sprinkles on my cupcake. You want to tell everybody out there, hey, I got me a chocolate one this time, or I got me one with white icing on it, and hey, my mom decided to put some doggone chocolate drizzle on top of it. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing, it's just dressed different.
Exactly. You giving me something that everybody's gonna rush to, and they want part of that. They want to have that's something special that you have, but it's an every now and then thing. It's an every now and then thing. It's kind of like when McDonald's, they bring out, even though I don't like it no more, but every time they bring out their McRib, it's something different. It was something different when it came out. It was special, and it's still special to some people because when it comes out, people flock in to get it for a while. But you eat it a few times, it's not special no more. But that's what specialty match is supposed to be about. But AEW, though, they want to give it to you every single week. He was giving us something different. He was not something different. He was giving us a different specialty match that's meant for pay-per-views or meant for big shows. I'm just like, man, that dog, Tony Khan, boy. He took, like you said, he took all the luster out of AEW. Took every single bit of it out of it. And then when you don't have patience with the stars you bring in an edge, cultivate that, man. Build off of that. You bring in an edge, that's not enough. That's not enough for you. You see your ratings is not where you want it to be. Oh, you're going to bring in somebody else a couple weeks from that. You're going to concentrate. Oh, Edge didn't do it. I'm going to bring in Mercedes Moné. And he kept doing stuff like that. Oh, I got this guy, but that wasn't enough. Let me go and make a big announcement. But, man, it is what it is, man. All right.
What would you give the show overall, man? I can't rank it because
I know you can't. I'm gonna give it 2 stars, man. And look, that's being nice. All right, man. David Allen said, look, it was an okay show. I would have gave it 2.5 stars, but they just kept going on and on and on to where they had to run it. They just had to do that, man. They couldn't let it go. They couldn't let that go. All right. David Allen says, oh man, let me go all the way back up here.
Straight there, man.
All right, man. I know I got it, but like I said, I'm not on my tablet, so it's a little different. David Allen said, I said that, Harry. David Allen says WCW gave us a reason why the cruiserweights wrestle. David Allen says, thank you, Chris. Mag said these women are tough, 2.5 to 3 stars. Yeah, Mag, I could give it that. When it boils down to it, it was a decent match, but it was something that we've seen a lot, when it boils down to it. And Chris, it got on Chris's nerve. D-Skill H-Town, AEW is a waste of time. Johnny Beam shot Econ, a new APW wrestler. I hear you, Johnny Beams. Johnny Beans laughing out loud. D-Skill H-Town, how did Tiffany Stratton get so good so fast? Yes, man, she is really good. Max says, Harry and Chris, this made AEW fun to watch. Dynamite gets 2 stars. Yes, sir. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm going to give it 2 stars, too. D-Skill H-Town, remember saying he would never humiliate his stars in their hometown like WWE used to do. But, yeah, he's definitely doing it, too. But, yeah, that's what he's doing. David Allen, Harry, now the fans don't care about Mercedes versus Willow match. This is just laughable. That's true, David. That's true. D-Skill H-Town, AEW was good before Tony Khan brought in all the WWE stars. They completely lost their way. Yes. They was new, like Chris said, they was new and exciting, and a lot of wrestlers that he never seen before. And then next thing you know, he brought in all the WWE stars. All right. Let's see. David Allen says, I think Ricky Starks is leaving. D-Skill H-Town and David Allen, Ricky. David Allen, Ricky David Allen says Ricky is as good as gold. Richard Martin says, Harry, I'm sorry, I got to admit this. I hope MJF ain't coming back. Didn't sign a new contract. No, he didn't. Man, I wouldn't sign a new contract. There's no way. Marshall Vandal says, like my favorite dessert pie, I can't never let it go. Harry, if it's old or not, take pieces of my pie. I hear you, man. Bag says, you guys have a great evening. Hope to see y'all for Backlash. Yeah, we definitely going to give Backlash. Yeah. David Allen says, that was bars, Harry. You told us that meaning and end that well. When you get tired, you don't want it anymore. Like Mercedes on my TV. Yes, sir. James L. Harry, no Tony Storm tonight. Chris, did she lose viewers? I don't know. She didn't come out tonight, though, but she came out with Mariah May. She didn't do that old-timey thing, though. David Allen, laugh out loud, Chris.
Man.
But Chris can't stand this, boy. So, yeah, guys, we probably – Chris don't like AEW at all no more, boy. Chris hate it, boy. But, yeah, guys, I think we're going to pretty much just start doing reviews of AEW. We'll see how it gets from here on out. But we'll come on live every now and then for AEW, man. I'm just like, goodness sake. Hopefully they turn all this stuff around. Hopefully they turn it around, man.
Hopefully they can, man. But if they can't, boy,
yeah.
What they gonna do, man?
I don't know.
Because you lost all your European TV.
Yeah.
All your European TV is gone.
And pretty much Latin America, man.
What you gonna do, man? That's a good chunk of your revenue. Gone.
Yeah, David Allen says hopefully 2 stars though. All right, James L. Okay, I got James L. But yeah, we appreciate everybody coming in tonight, man. We definitely appreciate you coming in and rocking with the Straight Up Wrestling Show tonight. Man, hey. What else can we say? Besides, hey, we didn't see Shad Khan. And I was hoping Shad Khan was here tonight. I definitely was. I would love to see him take over the company. And, people saying Vince McMahon's supposed to be showing up. I have no clue. But if Vince McMahon come in, Tony Khan, he might as well just go ahead and hand him the keys.
It's over with.
It's over with. Vince is not coming in unless he's taking over the whole company. You guys know that.
Yeah, Vince ain't trying to be nobody's boss. Nobody is, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. James L says thanks to Harry and Chris. No problem, James L. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, guys, we appreciate everybody coming in, man. 100%. And I know there's more people I see just came into the chat. But guys, we appreciate you guys coming in. But before you leave out of here, man, hit that like, share, join. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding, ding, ding. So we're on like times like these. If you're on Twitch, you do the same thing that you do over here on YouTube. And if you're on X, formerly known as Twitter, that like, share, tweet, and retweet, and tell them what else, Christopher Burke.
And follow.
No doubt about that. But guys, we appreciate you coming in, man. We are gonna get off of here. Let me check a couple. Let me see. I think we got a couple more comments coming in. James L. Willis. Us can see. We can see Harry. Been listening to Mary J. Blige. All I can say, do. Yeah. David Allen, thanks. OGs, see you tomorrow. Harry and Chris, no doubt, David. We'll see you, man. We'll see you guys. D-Skill H-Town, bring in JJ Dillon. Yeah.
JJ, that ain't gonna do nothing.
Nah,
no, man. Look.
JL will be doing like this, boy. JL every week, boy. JL will be like this, boy.
that ain't gonna. JJ Dillon ain't gonna help nothing. I mean, I get what you're saying, these skills, but at this point, dude.
You
need to revamp the whole. You need to literally, if you coming in and you trying to book and you serious about this thing, you literally got to take them off the air for at least a month. Go through that whole roster, the whole procedure, everything. Look at everything with a fine-tooth comb. Everything. And figure out who you need, who you don't. It is time to trim the fat. Because, dude, we riding the Titanic, but the iceberg done been hit and gonna hit another one, and we still hitting icebergs. I hate to say it, guys. We on a slow sinking ship.
Man, yeah. David Allen says, get Dutch Mantel. Look, Chris. JJ Dillon, only reason, look, D-Skill H-Town, look, Chris, I agree with Chris, but
you gotta
I also believe this. I also believe it can be fixed within the confines of what they have going on. But you have to have somebody come in and get immediately get respect from everybody.
Yes.
I mean, and when I'm talking about respect, you have to have a Brock Lesnar. You need a Brock Lesnar type character to come in as the booker. Somebody, I'm talking about. Look, Ernie Ladd. Well,
you need somebody with that demeanor. That demeanor.
That's what I'm talking about with that demeanor. That's what I'm talking about. Ernie Ladd booked for Mid-South. Nobody would mess with Ernie Ladd. Nobody. And Bill Watts loved him. Nobody messed with him. He had respect from everybody. Because they knew Ernie Ladd when he talked. He was serious, man. He had respect from everybody. That's what I'm saying. You need somebody like that. They're not gonna listen to. They didn't listen to Ric Flair. They didn't listen to Tully Blanchard. They didn't listen to Jake the Snake Roberts. They're definitely not gonna listen to JJ or Dutch. Dutch 72. They don't care about their track record, man. They don't care. But if you have somebody come in there, like I say, you got to have somebody come in there, man, that's not going to take no crap from nobody.
Man, I'm trying to tell you,
Brock Lesnar, I don't care if you're the EVP. No, Chris. Let me finish, man. I don't care if you're EVP or whatever. Brock Lesnar, I can legit beat the hell out of you right now. They're not going to question him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Somebody like that. You got to have some kind of fear. These people got to have some kind of fear within themselves. What's the name? Johnny, or whatever his name is, Jungle Boy, he had no fear of CM Punk.
Yeah.
Jack Perry. He had no fear of CM Punk. I'm sorry. Sometimes you got to bring fear. These jokers got to have some kind of fear within themselves for them to behave, man.
Yeah, they ain't scared of nobody, but them
they know they're not. So you're gonna have to have a Brock Lesnar type character, a Bobby Lashley, somebody like that, Gunther. But it's got to be a legit fighter, somebody that they might question, but they're definitely not gonna try to buck up to. And you know what? And all you got to do is go in there the basics of wrestling, man. Just put the basics of wrestling. No shenanigans.
Every once in a while.
For the first few weeks, we're not going to have no shenanigans. People are going to win. They're going to win their matches. They're going to walk back. We're going to establish champions. We're going to let people see how great these people are.
Hey, so you can't come off top rope or nothing.
No, it's not coming off the top rope. I'm talking about somebody coming from the back room and attacking somebody. Oh, this person going out. He just won a great match, and he's walking up the ramp. Bam, he's attacked. People don't forgot about what goes on in the ring. Why can't we have that? Why can't we have a regular tag team match without somebody coming out and the doggone hitting them with a doggone chair up in the knee or whatever? Or then we got to have 6-man match, 2 6-man tag team matches in one show. That's a 2-hour show. We got 2 6-man. Sometimes they're doing it in Rampage. You got 2 6-man tag team matches in a 1-hour show. Why? And then you have an 8-man in there too. You have Dynamite with an 8-man and 2 6-man tag team matches. Why? That's foolishness. Give us basic wrestling. I'm telling you, you started off with basic wrestling, and you can do it with the roster you got. There's nothing wrong with their roster. You do it with the roster that they have right now. You don't change anything. You go in there, all you change is the foolishness, man. Change that, kick it out completely. Kick it out. And anybody don't adhere to that, Chris, what do we do, Chris? Think about it. One show. We use mostly APW guys. And how much shenanigans went on up there before we did our show?
Oh, my God.
One show, many of you went up there and changed it, and we paid everybody. People wasn't getting paid up there. Everybody started asking for pay after that. We paid everybody. We went up there. No shenanigans besides that one move that was pulled in our show. They did everything that we said to do. And I had that one what's the name from the Kendrick, Justin Kendrick, trying to tell me what he wanted to do in that first match. Why don't we do this? I said, no, you go out there. He was like, why are we gonna do that? I told him go out there that first match, and then they lose in that handicap match to Cooper Housley.
Yep.
He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to do that. I said, no, you go out there. And finally I had to say, you go do what I tell you to do. And they went out there and did it. And Cooper, and then Nick said, Justin Kendrick said it was the greatest match he had. He wanted to work with him again. Man, he loved it. He talked about that for a whole year after that match. But you got to have somebody come in there that they're going to respect, and that's not going to take no bull off these wrestlers, man. Because you know what? Those knuckleheads are going in that dressing room, and you know, Chris, from experience, these wrestlers are going to come and say, I have an idea.
Oh, of course.
You don't let them jokers say nothing. You tell them you're going to do what we want you to do.
I mean, you can give me your idea. We can take it under advisement.
Exactly.
That don't mean it's going to get implemented.
Always take everything under advisement. But for the most part,
we'll listen to you all day now. But that
for the most part,
unless
it's something that's gonna make just like what's the name's telling us, man. What is his name?
Cruiser.
No, bald-headed geek, man. He ain't a bald-headed geek, man. But what's the name? The Boogie Woogie man, Jimmy Valiant, used to call him that when he first turned on him. Teddy Long. Yeah, you called it. I forgot about that angle, man. But you call it Teddy Long, bald-headed geek. Everybody was calling him bald-headed geek, just like they was doing Paul Jones when he cut his hair. But yeah, and they calling Gary Hart bald-headed geek. But they called Teddy Long. That was the last bald-headed geek that Jimmy Valiant ran that on him. But Teddy Long, what did Teddy Long tell us? Man, Vince McMahon would sit down and listen to you if you had a good idea. But he didn't want no BS, man. Yeah. Don't come in there with that bullshit. Don't come in there with that bullshit on him. He didn't want to hear that.
No, yeah, you're right, because he was like, he'll listen to your idea. He's going to think about it, and he's going to be like, you know what? What you talking about makes sense. And what you talking about going to give me money.
Yeah.
We going to do it. We going to do it.
Exactly, man.
But if it don't make sense, then
if you got something stupid, don't walk in that door, man. And the majority of wrestlers, I hate to say it, guys. Look, most of these wrestlers don't even watch they don't watch the show, man. They want to see their match. How did I do, man? And they go home and they go town to town. They watch the full show, guys. They don't. They don't. They just worried about what's happening in their life, in their match. But man, yeah, I mean, it does not have to be. They don't have to have no stoppage or anything. That, like say, they just have to have somebody to roll in there next week and say, oh, no, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, do this and do that. Hey, I had guys, man. I used to work with a guy when I was when I had left my job as a dairy manager, went and worked at another place and went in and tried to run my own program. And the guy came in, he was a part-time guy who had been working there for a long time. And he told me, no, man, we're going to do it this way. We're going to do it. And I never seen it before like that. I never seen it ran like, and man, he ran, and it was perfect. Everything ran smooth. But man, when somebody know what they're doing, and if you have some people that listen, even people that's established, people that's established, people that have tenure in this business. Like Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega said he said on the internet, Kenny Omega said, look, they gave me the EVP job and I just took it because I was part of that, as far as one of the first ones start this and start something new. He said, I'm not a managerial type guy. He said, man, I'm not a trainer. He said, I'm not none of that. He said, I'm just a very good wrestler. He said, I don't know all this stuff. He said, I got so much to learn. He said, I don't know that executive side. If he don't know it, the Young Bucks don't know it. These guys don't know.
Oh, of course, man.
But they decided to put themselves in that situation. And hey, let us run all our goofy junk. The guy who really knew about stuff, Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan got rid of him. He didn't want to pay him. Just crazy. Man. Just crazy. All right, man. Let's get to the rest of these comments, man. Where we was at. We about to leave. All right, James L says, thanks, Harry and Chris. All right, James L. Well, us, we can see. Okay, we saw that. Got that. Richard Martinez, even Jr. is tired. I was going to say him, but all right. Let's see. D-Skill H-Town, got to get Tony Khan out of any authority role. Exactly. D-Skill H-Town Jr. talks bad about AEW. Yes, he does. All right. Richard Martinez says, I see what Chris is saying. Can J.J. Dillon take that power at his age? Now just saying, Harry, that's true. Marshall Vandal bring in Billy Corgan, NWA. Oh, gosh. Okay, look. Man, I don't know. Billy got some good ideas, but, yeah, he just messed up that one time. So Jeff Samuel, Vince McMahon, they may get him. Jeff Samuel, but Harry, you got to make that a storyline to start to end. Where's this going? That's true, Jeff. Jeff Samuel, sup, Harry, sup, Chris.
What's
Look,
up, man?
Oh gosh. All right,
you gotta go, boy. You gotta go.
Yeah, I'm rolling out. But guys, we are out of here, man. Straight up. All right. Hey, I'm on the way. Okay. All right, sweetie. Bye-bye. All right, but yeah, guys, we are definitely out of here. We'll see you guys later, man. Appreciate everybody coming in for the Straight Up Wrestling Show. You guys have a great night. Stay straight up. Chris and I, we will see you guys later, man.
Peace.